Pete's.
Nice.
Anyway. You're live. Thanks, YouTube. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Dungeons and Discords. I'm going to do a really brief recap. If you want a longer recap, you can go back in the playlist in there. It's the most recent one. Actually has a very extended recap from the very beginning. So, the group is currently on one of the abyssal plains known as Shadakla. They were sent there to try and find, well, I should say they went there on their own volition, to try and find an artifact known as a soul shard, which is a component of a ritual that they need back in the material plane. They've currently made their way and started exploring the tower known as Shub-Halask, the only bastion of mortal beings in the plane. They spoke a little bit with the leader, they spoke a little bit with one of the soldiers, and they were given the name Atokakis as an individual who might be able to help Kledash with a particular condition that he's been afflicted with since arriving on the plane.
Dying.
Yes, dying
yes,
very
Kledash,
slowly.
everyone dies.
A fungal death. The group came across a hallway with 6 doors, and each of the different doors had different elemental properties to them. They appeared to be some kind of magical effect in each room that created this environment. During one of the rooms, they were speaking in what I can now reveal to be the Radiant room. The group called upon and for the first time saw in person Efferil's patron, Efferil the Warlock's patron. During this conversation, the barbarian Tyrgeth got distracted by these lights, these dancing... Ooh, I've got a bug that I need to get rid of. These little dancing lights that he saw down the hallway. He went off to follow them and stumbled face first into a creature known as an Incarnate Gloom, which then proceeded to more or less chew him up and spit him out. The group arrived to help deal with this problem, being beset with 2 other creatures known as overshadows. Tyrgeth unfortunately managed to find himself trapped on the other side of the the Incarnate Gloom, and
Incorrect.
Ended up dying. His
Incorrect.
There on the floor.
I was on the other side.
You were on the other side as well, but you were tucked in the corner over there.
Yeah. No, Tyrgeth was on that side the whole time. We just super misplayed after we banished it.
Yep. They banished it, and then when it came back, normally that's an ace in the hole, but it got all fucked up, as D&D's want to do.
As is tradition.
As is tradition. At this time, you're coming down from the heat of combat. Both the overshadows and the Incarnate Gloom having both dissipated. Very little light permeates through this space. The only light that's available right now is a very small amount of light coming from down the hall here and sort of through the hallway where the Radiant room, where the Sun Queen, as far as you know, is still waiting for you. So, what would you like to do?
Well then, that was an experience. Shall we go check on
I'm checking Tyrgeth out.
Okay. I'm not gonna, worry about moving the pieces around that much. I just wanted some kind of a visual. So you go and you check Tyrgeth out. Make a medicine check.
You're about to say, "He dead," but
yeah.
I'll roll anyway. D20 plus.
This man died to death.
Where the hell's Met 1? 14.
Okay. It seems that the Incarnate Gloom found his one weakness. Death.
Death.
Oh.
And Tyrgeth
I
has
thought you were going to
passed
say
away.
something else there.
But don't you know, people die when they are killed.
I'm gonna.
Just thought you were going to be say stab to death, stab repeatedly in the heart or something. Anyway,
I'm
What
gonna
was it,
slide
37
his
knife
eyelids
wounds?
closed and close my eyes too for a moment.
Okay. Just you watch Dásos on the other side of the room, just kneeling over Tirgath's body.
I'm gonna run into the room with my patron and ask if she has 100 GP's worth of diamond on her.
Okay. So you, and then this
It's
is
a
behind
very
the chat
specific
box, so I'm
request.
just gonna move you over there for now. Okay. So you run into the.
Wait, don't I have that gem box?
We crushed
I think
diamonds.
you do.
Okay. I feel like I never actually went through it.
I don't
You
have.
also-
Fuck! I can't even use it anyway. I've got a out of spells.
That's right. You don't have any spells left.
Is there a time limit on
You
it?
know, I do. No. It's fine. I've got a plan.
It's
It's
a
fine. If
1
we can
hour
get 100
delay.
gold-
Well, no. Revivify is
No,
1
I do
minute.
have my rod. I haven't used my rod today. I've got a rod of the pack keeper, which will give me extra spell slots. So, yay!
Okay.
But
So
I only
you,
have 200 GP's worth of diamond, not 300.
Get out of here. Knock it off.
You run down the hallway, and go into the temple room, and you ask this of the Sun Queen, and she kind of cocks her head curiously and says, "What's happened?"
Forgot his name now. Fuck.
Your
Oh,
death?
His name's
Ah,
not on
2
screen,
weeks and
so
I forgot his name.
Ah, yes. I remember him like he was just here yesterday. What was his name? Cameron?
It's only been
Tron?
2 days, but it feels like years.
I
Toronto.
genuinely forgot his name. Like, you guys have just told me as well.
Anyway, his name's Tirgath.
Brutal. Brutal.
Moving on.
And I'm the one who's supposed to burn him.
Tiggereth has fallen. I need him back up. Yes.
You watch as her expression drops slightly, and she closes her eyes and focuses for a moment, and she says, "I'm sorry, I don't have that on me. I don't have that type of material accessible to me here. Were I home, perhaps, but not in this place."
Oh, I punched the wall in frustration. Damn.
You watch as there's a small chip that comes off the wall that slowly disappears as the wall reforms itself. What are the rest of you guys doing?
Waiting
Kledash
for this
will-
man.
What's up, Kledash?
Oh. You gonna go? Okay. Kledash is going to run up to Tirgath and look him over with Dásos.
Okay,
He's gone.
you come to the same conclusion.
Then Kledash is going to pull out his lute and see if he can conjure up some sort of song to help.
Okay.
And
So
it's going to be a rather sad song with some slow notes.
Is this so? You're not doing anything magical. You're just playing a dirge, more or less.
It's more of Kledash is trying to experiment with spells, but ultimately there is no spell.
All right. Yeah. So unfortunately, I mean, knowing what we know about this, what your spell list is, this type of magic is beyond you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up to Tirgath and mourn as well, because I don't have the heal spell.
The one, just the one.
Ah, yes. The life spell.
And Lumir is going to walk up, but he's going to keep his distance. You can see him sort of almost analyzing the situation, having not really known you guys for that long. He's giving you space.
Well, Kledash, this just seems to keep on happening to us.
I just can't believe the big guy went down.
Yeah.
I was able to save him last time, but I couldn't. There isn't anything to lock onto. I couldn't teleport to him.
Yeah, I had that issue as well. I kept trying to get through, but I didn't know if I would just brick into a wall, teleport into someone else, and perish alongside him.
Well,
I'm willing to bet you both did all you could. I'm just disappointed I missed a few chances to go faster.
it's because he and I went too fast. He said he wanted to come in here. I said, yeah, let's go. And it's because I don't know. I don't know. I just wanted to go, and so I went, and I didn't think about what was going to happen before I went, and I went. And where's Efferil?
Likely negotiating with his patron for a revival.
How long? Wait, how revive?
1 minute duration.
I run after
stupid
Efferil.
question.
Well, I don't know if
No, get back here. Can we carry this man's?
Huh?
Come
What
help
did
me
you say?
carry this man's to the sun god.
Okay. Pick him up. Pick him up. Pick him up.
Okay. So you all help each other and carry the body over. Lemire offers assistance. He actually, you can see he focuses, and where there's a slight sag, because one of you has his shoulders, one of you has his legs, the sag in the middle, he focuses and he holds his hand out, and you watch as his body sort of straightens out, and there's some burden lifted as he uses his telekinesis ability to hold him up slightly. So. And I'm just gonna put you there because the actual room is down here and it's inside the chat box. So.
This corridor is now a worship room to the Sun Princess. That's how it works.
Are we in the room with Efferil and the patron?
Yeah. I just moved you there so you'd be still visible on camera.
Efferil, do it. Cast the spell. Bring him back.
I can't. I don't have the resources.
What do you mean? You have your god is right there.
And she turns and looks sort of sadly down on Tirga's form, and she says, I'm not a god. Even my powers are limited, especially in this place, she says distastefully.
Then why are you here?
You called me here.
I didn't call you.
Not you.
He didn't call you.
Looks over to Efferil.
Well,
There
it is
is-
what it is, unfortunately.
You can see she is sort of looking into the middle distance and working something out in her head. And you see one of the sort of ribbons that's tied into her hair illuminate slightly. And she says, I can't bring your friend back, but I can try to make up for what's happened.
I wait.
She pauses, considering her words.
You don't need to. It was my fault. I should have kept a better eye on him.
She looks over at you and she says, you did the best you could, after all. A very heavy burden's just been placed on you. No one could have expected any better. However,
Just-
it might come as some surprise that you're not my only champion. And I can offer some aid from another in your quest. If you're willing.
What, you're just gonna replace him?
No. I know nothing can replace a friend lost. But perhaps this in some way can keep it from happening again.
Waiting.
She kind of looks over to Efferil for confirmation.
I actually didn't hear what you said. Sorry.
She just looks over to you for confirmation before doing anything fucky with the timelines.
Do whatever you feel is necessary. I've never turned down assistance from my liege, my patron.
Okay. So she turns and she looks up at the stained glass at her stained glass window with the sun icon on it, and looks over to its mirror on the other side with the lunar icon. And she whispers something. It's not words, but part of a spell. And the ribbon that had illuminated drifts off of her mane and into the center of the room. It seems to elongate and form a circle before gently floating down to the floor. And she says, "You might want to step back. The room's only about 10 by 10, so." Do you guys step back?
Yes.
Yes.
But my eyes are
I accept the
locked on
consequence
her.
of being telefragged, yes.
Yes. Well, no, you'll see.
Efferil explodes. And standing in his place.
No. There's a moment where the light of the ribbon shines brilliantly, and you see almost a column of light go from the floor up to the ceiling. It's not blinding, you can see through it. And you focus, and there's a form inside. You see a form moving, and as it begins to solidify, you see it's humanoid, appears to be fighting something. And as the light fades, Sister Hope, you feel yourself pulled from a fight, which is something you really hate doing. And you
What,
Fighting or being
pulled
pulled?
fighting? Yeah, yeah. Wait, what?
being
Why not
pulled.
both?
Being
Yes,
pulled from the
yes.
fight. Being
Yeah,
pulled
yeah.
from the fight. You were busy training with one of your sisters, and in the middle of almost the blink of an eye, the world around you shifts, and you feel this sort of yank in the space just below your navel in a direction that you didn't think existed. And you stumble and find yourself on cobblestone flooring. Since all of you step back, you don't have to roll anything. But you watch as this battle axe carves through the air out of the circle. And standing before you, if you'd like to describe your character.
I would. Looking very disoriented. A tiefling, taller, maybe about 5'8", 5'9". Long, bluish, black hair tied into a thick braid. Heavy armor over the front with a tabard over it. Bearing the sun and the moon insignia on one arm. Her right, a shield covered in gold and silver. And in her left, the battle axe that swung through the air just moments before. Thankfully, no one was in reach. She's wearing small, thin spectacles. Only one of the lenses is filled. The other is just an empty circle.
Some anime shit.
Who's this?
Where am I? Oh, my lady. And I'll just, kneel immediately. as soon as I notice her.
There we go, if I can type. So, you see the Sun Queen in front of you, and she says, I hope I wasn't interrupting anything particularly dire, but...
Certainly not. My pleasure.
This is... She gestures toward Efferil. This is Efferil. He's one of my other champions. I sent him to a world filled with danger, and it seems one of his friends did not manage to make it out.
I'll give him a little bit of the once over. And
Greetings,
smile.
friend
So you see
and fellow servant of the sun.
you see the robot in front of you.
It's a pleasure to meet you. I only wish it were under better circumstances.
She says, Sister, I trust you'd be able to help these people, keep them safe.
Do my absolute best.
Thank you. And there's a moment you see the alicorns who start to fade slightly, and she says, my connection to this world is being weakened. I can't maintain my presence here for much longer. I'm sorry to throw this into you, she says to Hope, and I'm sorry this happened to you, she says to the rest of you. She turns to Efferil.
Thank you.
And she says, you know how to reach me. As her form dissipates into sort of this burst of color and light, and a very brief sort of burst of wind as her form disappears. All of the candles around the room but one of the ones on the altar, all go out at the same time.
That's concerning. We may not be able to contact her for some time.
We carry her with us, Brother Efferil.
I go back to Tyrgoth without saying hi.
He is right where you left him.
Oh wait, yeah, we dragged him with us. Right.
Yes. Let's try and get heals from the sun god.
Well then, I'm just looking at him. And then, I'm gonna pick him over.
You're gonna pick him over?
Yeah, I'm gonna pick him over. Somberly.
Okay. During your grieving, you pat him down.
I'm not patting him down. I'm.
There are so many better ways you could phrase this. Hang on, let me phrase looting the body of our dead friend in a much politer way. Let's
DM,
make sure
I
he
roll
has
to loot
no
the dead body
personal-
of my friend.
You don't need to roll.
I'm in the fucking abyss. I'm picking him over.
So Tyrgoth's player did leave a list of all the items that he had on him in the Monday channel. So if you want to go through that, if you pick everything off of him, that's what you get.
I'm looking for something sentimental. What does he have? Let me go back up there.
I was going to say before I was rudely interrupted by the voice in the sky. Maybe
Sorry.
we should find any personal effects so that we can take him back to his family. Did he even have family? I don't.
Yeah, he
I
told us
don't know.
about a village
Farm,
that he
but-
lived in.
Yes, on a farm.
I was gonna say, Dásos, you'd probably know best. You've never met him, but you know about him through Thálassa.
Also, he had talked to I think all of us and to me directly because we were like alone a few times.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
while you were
but it's
at
been like
Gronk,
a year,
yeah.
and I don't remember it.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
It's
No,
been
no,
like a year since we were in Grunt.
I'm saying in
at this
character,
point, I
I'm the
think.
one who would know anyway, so it's a
Yep.
valid question. Oh, I pull out his silver raven figurine of wondrous power and pulled it up to the group with a wry grin. Do y'all remember? Wait, does anyone else remember? It was actually really funny.
I think that was
No.
before my time in.
I don't think it was.
Group.
We were in a fight of some sort, and Tirgith didn't know what it did. It like summons like a small raven not capable of any combat, and he had no idea what it was. And we were like getting destroyed, and he was like, "Raven, go!" And it ended up like the thing
cast
used
bird.
yeah, but the
That
thing we were
was the
fighting used
common-
like a cone attack, and it turned and used it, and we ended up winning because of it. Yeah, it was funny.
That was the fight before the Bone Devil, the real Bone Devil, not his. So that was in the City of Ooze.
Okay, yeah.
I think that was with the Medusa, right?
Yes.
No, it was just after the Medusa.
Was it?
It was.
I thought it was during it.
No, it was the it was the statue in that room.
Or-
Yes,
no,
the
that
statue.
was
But I thought
Floating Island.
I thought we fought the statue and something else at the same time.
So that wasn't a fight, it was a trap you needed to disarm. And you were able to disarm the trap because the trap was expended in that direction, allowing you guys to get closer.
Okay.
Anyway.
Sorry, Kledash, what were you saying?
Kledash takes off his hat and he strokes his chin a bit, and he's like, well, one thing we should really think about is we're not too close to home, or what are we going to do about burying him?
You want to bury him in this desolate place? I think cremation might be the best option.
I don't know orc customs, but I think we could give him a honorable cremation, yeah. Efferil? Oh wait, sorry, I meant to say Enten. Enten? Do you want to do the honors?
Very
Not
well
right here,
then.
right now, but soon. Soon.
I'm gonna say,
I mean,
think
I have the abilities to do it.
Oh, I know.
Efferil has that
DM,
mana potion still, but
Oh, no.
meta question.
Yes, I do sell that amount of potion. Yes.
Dead creatures fail saving throws, right?
if you're dead, you're incapacitated, and if you're incapacitated, you fail saving throws. Yes.
Tirgath's
Alright,
corpse dodges!
I don't know if I like where this is going, but go on.
You know the 5th level spell I want to use.
Does it disintegrate?
Fireball.
5th level? I'm not familiar with the entire breadth of the wizard spell list, so no.
Here, I'll put it in chat.
I mean, he could just
Oh,
chuck
no.
the hammer.
You do also have access to decompose, so that's a thing.
Oh, yeah, but I don't think,
All of
you know,
accept-
growing mushrooms on my dead friend is a good idea.
We should have asked him how he wanted us to when this inevitably happened. We should have had this conversation with him.
I mean, yeah, that'll work. He's currently at 0 hit points, so it doesn't matter how much damage you deal, because it'll still turn him to ash.
I have oil. We could just do it the normal way. If you'd like to save your efforts.
Thanks.
5th level spell slot.
Yeah.
Thanks for your input, sister.
I appreciate it, but
This is just remind me of that old joke from another webcomic. It's just like, I have one spell. It's a light spell. It's a level 5 light spell. It's called Fireball.
it is technically correct. The best kind of correct.
Alright, well, yeah, I mean, I take the Raven, and yeah, I'm not going to be shitty about taking the rest of it. I was just looking for something sentimental, but there is money there, so I don't know. I guess at some point we'll have to have that conversation.
1,167 GP.
Yeah, I'm over it too.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna drop this in Notepad for future reference.
Alright,
I feel like this man's had more weapons, the Force Pike and Force Javelin.
Yeah, didn't he had some sword that he like never
His character
used?
sheet
he had the battle axe
is-
of mooring. He had He was the original holder of the Blade of the Medusa, but he gave it to you
Oh, he gave it to me. Yeah.
when he got the Battle Axe of Mooring. So he
Yeah.
has that instead.
Max, you say?
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
Wait, which one of you
mean-
has the lightning bolt sword?
It's there.
Dásos says, I think. He's the
Hope is
wielding now.
eyeing it, but she's
Wait,
not
wait,
going to take
Has
it.
what?
Dasos, you
The
have
lightning
voltage.
The lightning sword.
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
voltage.
You have
Okay.
the voltage scimitar, yeah. Which you used very effectively in combat last
Yes.
game. So
It's a very fun
Um,
sword.
We should make sure there is nothing valuable that we can use later. And then send his body and soul to the Sun Princess. Or whoever he believed in.
Sure, she'll appreciate it.
Okay, so we loot the body.
Yeah.
okay, so you can decide
That
how you
was-
want to distribute what remains of Tiergeth's possessions later.
We can do that off session though, because we've only got
Yeah.
like 3, nearly 2 hours now.
Plus, most
can-
of it's not stuff that's useful for any of us individually anyway. It's just stuff.
Well, one of you uses a battle axe, but
Yeah, but no one important.
Yeah, and she's not fucking... Absolutely not. Not in the first session. You can earn that axe.
okay. I think if I recall correctly, Tiergeth was also the one who was holding the bag of holding, as well. If I recall correctly.
I don't think that's true. I thought... Kledash, didn't you have it?
I have a bag of holding. I don't think Tiergeth
Then
had
never mind.
another one.
Yeah, because
Someone-
you have, like, the vest of holding, too, right?
It's the the Heward's hireling armor. That is correct.
And the coin purse. You have a lot of extra dimensional spaces now that
I
think
have
about
I
it.
have the coin purse.
You have the coin box of holding, you have bag of holding, and you have Heward's hireling armor.
Actually, Dásos is the one with the coin box.
Yeah, but you have the fucking kobold's tooth.
That is correct, and I have been keeping track. Don't
I
worry.
know
about
that.
Oh,
I
that's right,
know
the
that.
kobold's tooth.
Fucking death taxes and Kledash keeping track of kobold's tooth.
Those
For
are the three
reference-
absolutes.
For reference, Sister Hope, he can rub the kobold's lucky tooth once per day and miraculously find 1d4, I think, gold pieces just somewhere. Like it
I
might
think
come up into
Ember's
his
noticed
sleeve.
the
He might
gold in
find
my
it.
And literally
character profile
just-
slowly going up every time I give him a new sheet.
I love it.
Just as the other fun thing as well is he gave us that item like just before we went on a 2-month cruise.
I know, it was great.
It was so
No, it was like a
funny.
6 month. It was great.
Yeah, it was so long.
Well, you
It was-
you got it.
What are these large numbers you're rolling? I'm like, well, what do you think?
You got it. You got it. I believe just after meeting Tiergeth in that town there. So it was the
I
entire
believe it
trip
was,
down to Gromkeep, the entire trip across the swamp, the entire trip across the Azure Sea.
Well, actually, no. I got it in the same town that Anaxi was in because his workers, I believe, the other gnomes,
Yeah.
one of them handed it to me after we did the huge party in the tavern.
Yes, that's right. You did that in Anyway, doesn't matter.
Wait, yeah, every place that we played at, you've like gotten tips or whatever, but this one is like just times a million. This guy, whoever gave that to you, is an idiot. no understanding whatsoever of
It's the
assets.
tip. It's the tip that keeps on giving.
Yeah.
Don't think about that
It
one
was
too
a
hard.
really great party, by the way.
Yeah.
Anyway, what are you guys doing now? I assume you're still in the room,
Yeah.
in the radiant chamber.
Well, I don't know. Should we carry his body outside to send him off, or what do you all think?
I feel like we should bring him back to Fell.
We could talk to the people here. They seemed like warrior people, like he was. Maybe they have customs.
I kind of agree with Efferil. I think the cremation would work best. We can put him in something, and then I can transport him back to his home when we get there.
Well, yeah, I'm asking whether we're cremating him literally where we're standing right now, or if we're going back to like where those people who live in the tower are.
I don't know. I don't remember Tirgith being that religious, so I don't know if he would be okay with being cremated in this spot or not.
Efferil doesn't remember him at all.
The pronoun for the pronoun for these guys is Shubhalosh, by the way.
Shubhalosh.
Or that is the name of the people who live here.
Gotcha.
Oh. Okay, that's what you mean by pronoun.
Yeah, it's definitely not the right word, but
Literally
it's okay.
just, I don't know, man. Descriptor?
I mean, it's right.
It's
but,
not.
Like,
It's not
I was
right.
expecting it to be like he, him.
No, that's not.
Shubhalosk.
That's just a noun. That's just a regular noun.
You're a noun.
Yes.
You're regular.
Group noun? I don't know. There's a word for that. Population noun? Something like that. It doesn't matter.
Could not matter less. Yeah.
You're a little busy
All right.
deciding, flip-flopping between burning the body and looting it, so...
Yeah. No, I vote for carry
We
him
loot
back
the
to the
body
people who live
first.
here, the Shubhalost people, and then like do whatever their custom is. But I am perfectly happy. I am convincible either way. I don't care. Do we have the means to do it?
I mean, cremating him in this holy room is better than us just like leaving his body on the floor to rot.
I also learned recently that cremation takes a while.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like hours and hours.
if you don't have a spell,
we do have spells to make that go faster.
it is explicitly
If we
designed to
could
do
magically accelerate that somehow.
Oh, you mean like a furnace for cooking bodies?
Sure. Or a spell called Immolate. That literally
Yeah.
immolates people.
Yeah, we have that spell.
Look, all I'm saying is, whatever happens next is not going to be realistic.
But,
You
I
guys
mean,
watch Squid Game?
No.
God.
that. Anyway,
We're literally...
what are we doing? Time to make a decision.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't give a shit. You guys do whatever.
We loot his body for anything valuable and useful, which will be on his character sheet, which is
Yeah.
presumably...
Okay.
We did that.
in
That's done. That's done. It's
Yeah,
written
Past
down.
that
Yeah.
part. What's happening
And
now?
We loot the
Then
body.
we,
Then you loot the body
and then
again?
we ceremoniously burn him with the Immolate spell.
Yes.
Okay, so you use it here in this space in the temple, more or less.
Yes.
Sure.
Is that what you're doing?
Yes.
Okay, so you you go and you set this up, and I think Sister Hope, you'd probably be the most learned in funeral rites out of the whole group.
If you'd like me to say a few words.
No.
Oof. But you
As
you
you
do
said.
you do help them get the ceremony and the ritual set up, and when it's time, are we going with Enten? Is
Yeah, I'm immolating
Ashing.
this man's.
ashing the body? Okay,
Yes.
you
It
cast.
takes 156 damage over 1 minute.
Okay, it has 0 hit points, so it's
The ash starts to burn into ash.
It's actually very it's a very quick flash of fire, and like you wince and turn away, and when you look back, it's just a pile of ash.
I wasn't expecting it to be that effective.
And then as the light, you know, your vision comes back to you, you see a very faint light coming in from behind the lunar stained glass, just moonlight gently resting on the altar.
Ferrell? You see that light too, right?
And everyone sees this.
Yes.
Does this mean anything? Do you think it means anything?
I
Seeing
think it's him.
as seeing as that's not natural light, I'd say yes. Princess, are you listening? Make sure he gets somewhere safe.
And this time, Sister Hope and Efferil, you're the only two that hear this, but you hear the Night Princess, her voice come through, and she says, "I've protected his journey. What happens to him after is up to his god. But he's safely transitioned."
Alright, I help. Kledash, you said you were gonna scoop his ashes into something, right?
Yeah.
Just a doggy bag of
What do you want? What do you want?
Get in the box.
What's the ceremonious way for us to... What do you need from me?
Sorry,
Mister didn't remember his name.
We just need to press him into a brick of compressed ash.
And as you guys are
Princess!
bickering,
Princess! The guy, he... the orc? The one... Oh!
as you guys are bickering, Lumiere comes in and again uses his telekinetic ability to... It's basically Mage Hand on steroids is what he's doing. To scoop all of the ash into a small... it looks like a silver filigree, like nice velvet pouch that he has. And he ties it off, puts his hand on it and mutters something, and hands the bag to who would be nearest, probably to where he is by the door. Probably Kledash, honestly. And you look at it, and the bag is not just cinched shut, but has also sewn itself shut.
I suspect what he might like with his ashes is to be used as fertilizer for a plant of some kind. He always did have an obsession with planting and growing.
I think you're right. We'll have to look for a good spot for that.
So you can put Kledash, you can put it's called a preservation pouch in your inventory, currently containing tear gas ashes.
Shit, he probably would have really liked being turned into mushrooms. And I
Shoulda-
think about it.
I should have looked into making him into a hat. I really missed the boat on that one.
You have
Now that
traumatized.
we've broken this terrible thing. Does anyone else remember when we were back in what was it, Gromash Keep, when Tyrgeth ate
Grom
the
Keep.
bird seed? It's like a Merrill fucking reminded me. Tyrgeth
I'ma make
ate the
you a hat.
seed.
Oh no.
For everyone at home, this is the clip show episode.
Yep. Just a little recap.
This is the
Everybody's sitting around a fire saying what they liked best about Tyrgeth.
just reminiscing. Sister Hope's off to one side, like, yep. What do you? All right. So, what are you folks doing?
Shit. I mean, I'm looking to get moving. Honestly, I don't have even the faintest idea where we're going next. I don't know what we're doing in this tower anymore.
I think everyone
I'm
has a
gonna be
better
a little
idea
bitch
of
and
where
say-
we're going than me.
I don't.
I'm gonna be a little bitch and say,
Honestly,
this
I'm
sounds
not
a
even
lot of
joking.
fun,
I
right?
think you have about as much of an idea as I do where we're going.
You guys were looking.
I have
for
no idea
Ado-
what's going on.
You guys
Yeah.
were looking for Adococcus.
And
Who the
he
fuck
was in
is
this tower, correct?
Hinoguchi?
He's the healer.
Bro, it was in the recap. We're getting
Oh, right.
Dash cured from
Right.
his like magical fungal accelerated death.
What makes you think any of us are paying attention to that?
Sounds like
Because that's
Kledash
why
needs
the
a little
DM
gold
does the
bond.
recaps.
Alright.
I'm going to be a little bit of a bitch and say, did this entire thing count as a short rest?
No.
I think we need a long rest. Didn't we like basically burn all our spell slots?
Well, so for the purposes of what you're asking, no, this wouldn't count as a short rest because you'd have to, rather than like attentively doing something, you'd have to be like sitting and doing almost like like relaxing by a fire is a short rest, not necessarily attending a funerary ceremony.
Okay, well, so my question is, how far along is Kledash's illness right now? Can we afford to take a long rest?
Good question. I don't remember. Kledash?
Ow.
Oh,
You, note taker. What notes did you take?
I have like very general stuff on this, so I hope you took better notes than me.
believe it was what, a week? I remember. I might have to go back.
That was more like 3 days. Well, let me check what I've written down. Efferil from a month ago, I don't even know what I was talking about, but I wrote down, Efferil is incapable of being cool. Aw, darn. Jeez, oh man. He must have done something to annoy me.
What? I have several questions.
Yeah, I don't have shit written down about the illness, I don't think. Where is this?
Oh well, that's someone else's problem.
So Kledash, I think.
Oh, wait. Foof checks and tells us that Kledash is poisoned. Suggests going to the Festerwood. Nah, sorry, I don't have anything more than that.
I think you're Kledash. You'd know. I think you're what, on day 2 with 1 spore counter, right?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, I think the last time you just, if I recall correctly, you got 10 hit points. Is that right?
Actually, I think I gained a hit point or something. Or no, I think I lost one. I'll have to look. Yeah, I lost a hit point.
Like a permanent hit point?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, that's right.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta go get my book out here for spore counters.
Okay,
Alright.
well, so, Kledash,
What are we
how are
doing?
you feeling? Kledash, do you feel well enough? Should we stop? And then this is actually a question for Ember. How is Kledash feeling? Is Kledash feeling so bad we need to keep moving? Or can we stop?
I'm getting this weird taste for rotting wood.
I mean, you're probably not gonna die if you sleep. You don't know what the next effect is, though.
This is fucked up. Okay,
Where is it? There it is. Setting options. Yeah. I mean, Kledash, as far as you know, things have been getting... They got good, like, you got the 10 hit points at first, but things have been sort of sliding every time you wake up, so...
Sorry.
But I believe Foof gave you a week, I think is what she said. It's been, what, 3 days since then? So...
Yes.
plus you're tough.
Are you sure about that?
Are you sure about that?
Very sure. It can be quantified, and it's 40, which is a huge number if you were level 1. You are way tougher than a baby.
Yes,
It's
this
true.
man is order of magnitude stronger than a child.
Okay, guys, so what's the plan?
I mean, I don't know. It seems like everyone's out of spells. I'm trying to push us on a long rest if we can, but what does everyone say?
Dash, are you willing to take a long rest here to regain some strength? Or do you want to push on now?
I mean, aren't we in the tower where this guy is supposed to be? But yeah, I guess if...
It seems like every room we go into is like filled with something, though.
Isn't that the purpose of rooms?
Yeah. I want my rooms empty.
Floorless room.
Hey, you know, sometimes you just get eaten by grooves. It just happens. The Gru doesn't have a stat block, which means you can't kill it.
But beware, it does have a second evolution, Grucy.
What?
Anyway.
Okay. Yeah.
Long resting? Are you resting here, or are you going back downstairs and finding rooms from the Chapeloche?
How far are we from there at this point? We didn't go far at all, right?
Not incredibly. You'd be able to retrace your steps in under an hour. I'll put it that way.
I mean, truthfully, would the princesses hate it if we slept here into their good graces? It's not like they're going to pop back soon, right?
Do you think it's safe here?
Do you think it's not safe here?
Well, I just mean she's not here right now. She said she can't come back here. So is it consecrated such that things can't enter even when she isn't here and doesn't even have a connection here? That's what I'm asking.
I think it's just a nice cozy room that doesn't seem to have anything that wants to kill us.
You and rooms.
There was that shiny moonlight before. Must be a little connection left, right?
I don't know. You tell me.
There is also a
Shit
single
lord.
candle left.
Jesus.
Which reminds me, I'd start lighting up all the other candles because I can, and there are candles.
Okay. Yeah, you light the other candles up. There's around the room. There's about 12 candles. There's 2 on the altar, and then 10 scattered around the room.
I assist with prestidigitation.
I has participated in that.
Prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation raise.
Oh, hey.
Yes.
Rule point. My fatigue. Does this go away from a rest? I got that magical fatigue from the thing, or whatever it is. Exhaustion.
Oh,
That's
right,
what it is.
layers of exhaustion.
Exhaustion.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
a long rest, you lose 1 level of exhaustion. Yes.
Okay. I was about to do an
It's
RP
like in
thing
real
where I
life.
couldn't
Wait,
sleep,
no.
so I went out, but I think I might not even be able to do that.
Well, everyone else already knows the drill, but Sister Hope, I'll let you in on it. Let's all go for a group huddle, and I'll hut us up.
Group hug!
Group hug.
Group hut.
And when everyone is... Oh, first, Hope, are you gonna huddle?
Oh, yes. That's fine.
I cast Tiny Hut.
Okay. You cast Liam's tiny hut. The hut doesn't entirely fit in the room, but it's fine. It can clip into walls and stuff.
The hut has a no clip, yes.
Well, the hut is like an asset that has a fixed size, so when the engine renders it, it just clips through stuff without... Anyway.
Nosebleed. Nosebleed.
Bethesda.
I amuse myself. Alright. So you... Also... So also, in addition to the hut, Lumiere will use his last remaining 4th level spell slot to cast Mordenkainen's Private Sanctum around the hut. So you have the hut that protects you physically, and then the Sanctum protects you from being seen and
Emotionally.
detected.
Yeah.
So
You have a hut
Nothing-
within a hut within a hut within a hut.
you can't basically you can't be divined through it, and planar travel is blocked in the area to prevent things from appearing from the abyss in the hut, as
Or
things
in
are
the
wont
abyss.
to do.
Wait, we're in the abyss.
Right, but things in the abyss have teleportation ability and can just teleport into the hut. This stops that.
Okay.
There was a character they wanted to make that had a bag of holding, and inside the bag of holding was a very small room that character just rested in.
Oh. Could we do that?
You'd have to get air into it.
No,
Yeah.
because you need to breathe. I could do it. Yes,
I believe
that's
kinds
why
of
it was so
advantages.
funny.
I believe it says like there's an hour's worth of air in there or something. But okay.
Shh.
All right,
And you-
Ember, narrate a bad dream for me.
You're in a bad dream for you.
Yeah, I have a bad dream tonight, but you have to come up with it and narrate it.
Okay. So
Because my friend died.
in a
His name is
unique
Tearguth.
in a unique sort of event, you and Efferil both share this dream. Not necessarily like you're not conscious of each other, but this is one of the many memories that's coming from within Efferil. You find yourself not as yourself, but as another. And they seem to be a farmer of some kind. Who knows? They're just finishing up with their day's labor, tilling out in the field, as farmers do, I assume. You are walking your way back into where your little homestead is. You're about maybe 60 feet away or so. You can see there's a visitor at the home. There's a horse that isn't one of yours, tied up outside. And as you get up to the threshold, you pull off your work jacket and put it to the side. And as you look over to this individual that's come into your home, you hear a sound off in the distance. It feels like it doesn't even sound like anything. It feels like this low kind of rumble deep in your chest. And you turn to look to the west, and there's just this massive wall of light. And you turn back to the stranger and reach out toward them to say something as the wall collides with all of you. And the dream ends.
I wake up with tears in my eyes.
You and Efferil both at the same time, simultaneously. You do get a rest out of this, but that's the dream you experience.
Efferil, I make eye contact with you silently.
I don't know why. We don't know. We don't know. We both had the same dream.
Efferil, have you ever heard of narrative convenience?
No.
Well,
Which someone might call convenient.
That's inconvenient for me. Alright. Well, are we even bothering? It sounds like we're not even bothering with a watch. I'm not concerned now that we're hut inside hut. Also, this is definitely a question we should have answered before now, but...
I mean...
You have first watch, and last watch, and all of the watch.
Hell yeah.
So if it helps, after Lumiere finished casting the Sanctum, he went to bed without consulting with any of you. So he feels safe.
I trust him.
Yeah, he seems like an asshole, but he seems like he wouldn't die.
So...
He seems like a safe asshole.
Yeah.
Morning, as it were, comes to you. The Sanctum and the Dome both... The Dome disappears, and then Lumiere dismisses the Sanctum at the same time. And instead of moonlight coming through the window, now sunlight is coming only through the sun window. Which, you can gather to be a magical effect of this place, because there isn't exactly a sun per se, nor is there a moon per se. But enough time has passed, all of you have a long rest. I think, Efferil, you have to roll for your skill or proficiency change, I think it is.
No idea what you're on about. No idea what you're on about. That's not a thing at all. Don't worry about it.
You're talking about my ability to read and write?
I know you, yep. Dásos, you have to roll for your language that you know today. And...
Your ability to read and write, yes.
Whoops.
You roll a 1,
D28.
you can't read or write anymore.
Whoopsies. D8. Didn't work. I'm a fool. 1. Okay. And what does that correspond to? I think you messaged this to me.
I did. And Kledash.
Yes.
If good morning. If you could roll a D10 for me.
No Dwarvish today.
Oh,
Oh no,
Hope.
you know Dwarvish today.
I hope rolling high is good.
What is it that you rolled?
A 10.
You rolled
Oh.
10. Okay. No additional effects that you've noticed. Your throat's a little dry, but other than that...
Out of here, come on.
No variants detected. Well,
Okay.
is everybody all rested?
The day is yours. The day, as much as it is a day, is yours.
All right,
I intend to
I'm-
break the day with my patron Daybreaker.
Likewise.
I grab some hardtack, get my belongings on, my rucksack ready, and I'm ready to go.
Yep.
I use prestidigitation to make the hardtack taste like cake.
That's nice of you. It almost brings a smile to my face.
Almost. And if you needed any reminder of the previous day, Sister Hope's still there with you.
Yes, hello.
So anyway, new player character. Hi.
Hello. Sister
What
Hope's
would you
probably
like
a
to
little bit
do?
hungover.
What?
She has an alchemy jug.
A jug?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Yes.
Care to share?
I was
Well,
going.
you
to
and
mention
Dásos are going to get on very well then, aren't you?
that,
You can get wine
maybe
out of
just a
an
little.
jug, can't you?
You can get a lot of things
Stop
out of an
it.
alchemy jug.
Oh, you scum.
Is
Who
your
is
cat,
scum?
Is your cat being
Yeah,
greedy?
I'm darning socks, and he keeps coming over and fucking with the thread. It's a bad boy. Okay. So, I don't remember where we came from or where we're going, but I imagine we're going to continue in the direction that we were going.
I recall we were heading through the mental.
Trying to find the magic band in the tower that will keep me from dying.
Yes,
Magic!
and we turned right at the T junction instead of left, which I believe goes somewhere. Citation needed.
Did we get through all six of the... We hit all six of the elemental rooms, right? And we established that there were six.
You did. Yeah.
Yes,
You've
Okay.
hit all
and
the
we
doors
also
that-
have those stones of magic kind.
I think there's one straight across from the hall that you haven't been into yet. Because this was the radiant room, this was the poison room. And there's one across from the poison room you haven't been to. This was the cold room. And then the fire and necrotic rooms are further down.
The necrotic room was where the shadow guy was.
That was the swamp.
Oh,
That was
jeez.
so yeah.
We're swimming in rooms.
You got rooms for days.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna head towards the last room that you were saying that's across. See if everybody follows.
Would we have figured out that they are elemental rooms?
I think the princess might have said something about it, didn't she?
We've figured out it's elemental rooms by now.
I was gonna say there's a pattern there. If you hadn't figured it out, the DM plot convenience character, aka Lumiere, would have come to that conclusion because he's intelligent.
I refuse to notice the pattern, even though it's been clearly told to me in my face.
He has an
So
intelligence.
Obviously, I
ability.
no longer trust experts.
How much you want to bet this next one's fire?
I think we
I have a
we already
instead
did
of-
fire.
You already did the fire room.
Where did it fire?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm smart.
Okay. How are we lined up? Am I first?
I was gonna say yeah. So what's the order in the hallway? Lumiere is actually back in the in the radiant room. He has his head like poked around the corner of the radiant room door.
I'm happy to continue first if that's what we would like.
I was gonna say you
Go
don't know what's
ahead.
going on.
are you
so,
sure about that?
I don't.
How is everybody else arranged?
Here,
I'll be
I'll go
second.
with you,
Oh, that's-
Sister Hope.
I was gonna say Kledash is good where he's at, right there at the T junction.
Okay, back here. And you'll go with Sister Hope. Efferil?
Somewhere in the middle.
I'll search the door too.
Okay. You looking for traps?
Yeah.
Sure. Make an investigation check.
What is... Yeah, hold on. I always forget. I have, I think, expertise in it. Yeah. So plus 10? Is that right? Yeah.
Sounds right.
Oh! That's a 1. 11.
11. Door doesn't appear to be trapped. It is locked.
Alright, we're good to go. After you, princess.
Door is locked though.
Oh. Shit. Well,
After
I
you,
unlocked it.
Dásos.
Wait. After you, princess, I gesture at the door for Sister Hope to go through, indicating that it is not trapped and unlocked.
Okay.
ahead.
I open it.
Oh,
Okay.
You open the locked door?
You go to open the door and you find that it's locked.
Idiot.
Dásos.
Why are you so mean to new party members?
Dásos. Why are you
Hope
like
doesn't
this?
actually know that we have a lockpicker. She's just gonna try and go through it. Just
Okay.
boot it open.
Are you gonna
Dásos.
try to force the door?
Yep.
Okay. Make a strength check.
Enten, whatever you're gonna say, write it to me, because I can read Dwarven today.
Well,
Oh, right. You just hear me cursing up a fucking storm.
I don't think I can't understand Dwarvish, I can only read it.
You can only read and write.
So,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was both.
No.
So what was the?
Yeah, you
what
hear
was the
just
total-
Dwarvish.
What was the
That'd be
total
a
of the
10.
strength check?
10.
10 total.
No,
Yeah.
it's 13. 13. It's the comment,
number.
the hashtag, and then the number is your full
Oh.
roll.
Yeah.
Got it,
In
got it.
parentheses, it's the roll. Yeah.
Okay, so 13. Not enough. This door is not particularly reinforced, but it is a solid door. And you gotta force it, and actually the handle bends slightly. Not enough to like break the lock or disturb it or anything, but the metal, it's not super well made. So
If you wouldn't mind, Dásos, this door seems to be locked.
I give you a little. I give Sister Hope a little spin of the old thieves' tools. The flick of the. I don't know.
Look at the flick of the wrist.
where are
Yeah.
you going with this?
Yes, that's
I don't know.
easier.
I go with D20 plus 12, and I roll a 3 for a 15 to unlock the door.
15's enough. You unlock the door. It opens. It unlocks. It was a simple mechanism.
All right. I push the door open and stand off to the side.
Okay, so it's you and Sister Hope are standing directly in front of the door.
Yeah.
Which door is this again?
It's to a room.
You don't know
We
yet.
don't know
but
what's
it's-
inside yet.
It's this room
It's
here.
Wait, did we? Oh no, it's this room.
You don't know what
I
room
will.
it
I will
is.
poke my head inside.
I can
Wait.
need-
I feel like you're standing in front of it was leading to something.
I need Dásos and Sister Hope to both make dexterity saving throws, please. Actually, no. Make strength saving throws,
joy.
please.
No,
that's not much better.
You are.
You have a
the
+3 bonus
worst.
to this if you are within 10 feet of me, which I believe you are.
Yes.
I
because
do not
you have an-
accept it.
You have an
Too
aura.
bad.
Too bad. It happens. You don't have a choice.
I don't need you. Get a 12.
What's the DC?
I got a 19. No, I got a 25.
25. Okay. So Dásos, as you slowly open the door, it's yanked from you and slams open, and you just hear this dull like sound as it slams you against the opposite wall. Just this massive force just slams you into the wall opposite. I didn't have my dice out yet because I wasn't expecting you to take damage so early. You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage. Sorry. Yeah, 6 points of bludgeoning damage and 3 points of force damage.
Good.
And you are currently pinned against
You
the wall.
deserved that. They pinned by what? The door.
by the force that's coming straight out from the door is pinning him up against the wall. Sister
Oh,
Hope.
it's like a consistent force. It wasn't
Yep.
just like a push. Okay.
Yep. You feel
need
this
a hand there?
almost like a wind, almost. It's a supremely, ridiculously strong wind goes to knock you, but you're able to brace yourself. You do still take 3 points of force damage just from the impact of the force, but you don't take the bludgeoning, and you are not pinned by the force.
Alright.
All movement in that direction is
curiosity-
restricted to half speed, however.
Out of curiosity, is that a spell that was just used?
It is not.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
The way
I
that
also
you and
don't
Enten
think the
ask if
spell
you can
works.
counterspell something is so funny. You're always just like, excuse me, real quick, was that a spell?
Does it activate my
I'm
trap
being-
card, Dungeon Master?
It's the legitimate question. Is
Oh,
it
yeah,
a
yeah.
spell? No, it's
Yeah.
not. Fair enough.
So what do we do?
Don't have to spell magic yet, so...
Can I make
Let's
an
level up.
Arcana check to try and discern what
Wait, do we
this
see
effect
anything in
actually
the room?
is? Also
Uh,
that.
I move him out of
Yeah,
the
can
way
we
of
see
it.
anything?
Yeah, I mean, looking into the room, the force itself doesn't have any... It doesn't block vision. Looking into the room, you just see a long hallway. It actually extends past the boundaries of where it should go, based on the size of the map, and it extends out about another 20 feet. And at the end of the hallway,
yes.
there's a small chest.
Can I make an
Sounds fun.
Arcana check to try and determine the effect that's going on here?
I mean, you can make an Arcana check.
I would
Can I
like to make an
close
Arcana
the-
check.
Door?
Say again, Hope?
Can I close the door?
Make a strength check to push against the force enough to reach in and get the door.
Nope.
What was the total?
That would be an 8.
8. You go to move in, but you actually can't. You find that you can't even get closer to the door.
So this is like a constant stream of force coming out right now, pushing it
Yes.
back like a stream of water, but invisible.
Pretty much, yeah. Like
Uh-huh.
like visualize a massive stream of water coming out of a small pipe,
Except force.
but it's force. It's not water.
Also,
Imagine a
GM,
fist
dirty
that just
20.
keeps on punching, and it never goes back.
Say again, Enten.
Dirty 20. 12 plus 8 for 20.
Dirty 20.
You're not exactly familiar with what this effect is, but you gather there is a force. Like you pick up a small piece of I don't know, straw or something that's on the floor, and you toss it into the field, and it thwaps against Dásos' face as it's launched by the force into her face. And you're like, it looks like there's a force here. That's
Yes, this force is made of force.
yes, this force is made of force.
How far away did you say it was? 20 feet away?
So it's 20 feet to here, which is where it should end based on the size of the room, but then it actually extends another 20 feet. So it's about 40 feet.
How far is Misty Step? I don't
30.
have that available. 30.
We had the exact same idea, but I was seeing if I'd demand more.
You said it's half speed to walk in that direction?
So it's a strength check to move at all, but if you succeed
Ah.
on the strength check, then you can move at half speed.
And
I'm
it's
gonna
40
try
feet
and-
to the end, you said?
Correct.
Yes.
I'm going to try and move down the hallway.
Okay, make another strength check.
Okay.
20 even.
20. You do manage to move your full movement speed, half movement speed, or if you take the dash action, you move your full movement speed into the space. What's your movement speed?
My movement speed is 30. And I will dash.
Wait, are we rolling initiative?
No,
No.
No.
Just treating it
But-
as rounds.
but yes, it's basically now
I
at the
see.
end of this round, she'd have to make the strength check again.
Gotcha.
As I see Hope starting to get through, can I try and slipstream behind her?
You can certainly try. So you step into the stream, and you're doing this like right behind her, I assume.
Yeah.
So you step into the force. Make a strength saving throw.
Ooh.
It is not water. It is not blocked by her body.
He's just drafting, bro.
Well, I have good news. I rolled a 20. Bad news, I don't get to slipstream.
So the 20 means that you're able to stand there and it doesn't push you any further. Make a strength check then to advance forward.
No, 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, the DC of this is either 20 or 15 or 18.
30. So, Hope, you're up here. And then, Hope, if you'd like to continue moving, go ahead and make another strength check.
All right.
When do I get to roll to get down from being pinned?
Whenever you guys figure out, either pull him out of it or figure out a way to stop it.
I mean, we
13.
could pull him out of it, but I'm refusing to do it.
You don't.
Yeah, this is funny.
You don't slide back, but you don't advance forward either.
Teargeth
And how far am I from the end of the hallway?
About 10 feet.
Hmm.
Okay. I'll hold my ground then.
Kledash is going to
Okay.
walk over after he sees Sister Hope struggling to go into the door and Enten sort of getting pushed around out of it.
Watch out. Body blocking doesn't work here.
So what are you gonna do?
I'm
No.
gonna.
It's fine. It's fine. What are you guys even trying to get?
There's a chest at the back of this room.
Well,
And it's
Basically, the
everything that's-
idea.
about how far back?
40 feet?
From the
But
I'm almost there.
as soon as you enter the area, you're gonna get flung.
Oh, this should be fun. Kledash snaps his fingers. Kledash is going to look where the chest is. He's going to...
So, looking where the chest is would involve stepping into that area, unless you want your head pulled off. So, it's like sticking your head into a very fast-moving stream. Not a good idea.
Yes.
Can
Yes, it's
Kledash
like going into
please
a wind
see
tunnel.
Sister Hope?
Say again.
Fast moving
Can
stream will rip
Kledash
your head
see
off.
Sister Hope?
Without stepping into the space to look down the hallway, you wouldn't be able to see Sister Hope. No.
I'd like to try going down the hallway anyway, just because I can.
So will Kledash.
Okay.
Or at least stepping to look down the hallway.
All right. Yeah, for the purposes of this, because you're not in combat, I'll say you can step into the same space. That's fine. Make a strength check. Sorry, strength saving throw as you step into the space. I'm going to put Dásos over here just to keep it clear.
Yep, it's flat. No, an 8. But do I at least see something when I fail?
Oh yeah, so you're pushed back and you actually hit Dásos.
Okay.
So you and Dásos both take 5 points of bludgeoning damage,
I say fuck again.
but you are able to look down the hallway. So. And
I rolled a
Efferil,
5.
You were looking with your.
Oh no! You're so big. You're so heavy. No.
And then remind me the text of powerful build.
No! You're gonna crush us to death.
Where is it? Here it is. You count as one size larger when determining your carrying capacity and the weight you can push, drag, or lift.
So you have advantage on this.
Oh, sweet.
And-
That's a 13, so that's probably not enough.
13.
I give you inspiration.
Okay, you
What
can
does that
roll
do?
again.
You get to roll again.
That's a 18.
Ah!
All right, so you're now here next to Enten. And by the way, so as
I was muted this entire time.
Yes, you were, Kledash. As you impact Dásos behind you, you kind of have the wind knocked out of you. You look closely in the air, and you see these little particles drift out of your mouth that are immediately pushed back onto the wall with the force.
Oh, fun.
Oh
Do
dear.
I see that?
But I see Sister Hope, I see the chest, I see everything.
Yeah.
Okay. As Kledash makes it all out, he's going to snap his fingers, and I will dimension door over to the chest.
Unfazed by your new mushroom body.
Okay, so you dimension door to the chest. As you materialize in the space, make a strength saving throw. Because you're essentially stepping out of it and back into it.
Yes.
Via the ethereal plane. Via the Bordor ethereal.
Uh-oh.
What did you roll?
A 2.
Uh-oh.
Alright.
Oh my god.
So first,
Oh, no.
because this is technically entering the space again, first, you take 3 points of force damage, and you impact Sister Hope. Sister Hope, if you could make a strength saving throw, please.
Oh no.
Both of
Saving
you
throw though?
Saving throw, yep, strength saving throw. Both of you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage, just from
Oh,
hitting each
that's
other.
12.
12?
Yeah.
You're
I don't
pushed
have guidance.
back.
I have 8 cantrips, but I don't have guidance.
You're pushed back 10 feet,
9 cantrips.
and then you stop.
Use your inspirations.
Is he still stuck
No.
to me?
He is pressed up against the front of your body, like a rag
Oh my.
doll. Just his
Wouldn't-
limbs are flailing. It's not pretty.
Would-
Not a good
Would you
sight for
argue
someone
that
you've just
Sister
met.
Hope would have her shield up?
Wait, did Sister Hope get any mushroom stuff?
Wait, actually no. So that's right, Sister Hope. I would imagine you probably caught him on your shield.
Probably.
So you just
Actually
you just see
no,
it-
because I was planning to grab the chest, so my
That's
hands
right.
are empty.
That's right. Good point.
Mm.
Good point. And actually, let me double check something about. Oh, here it is. Here's the header. Dangerous spores. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Good to know.
Uh-oh.
That's the effect that's currently on Kledash.
No!
Dásos and Sister Hope, if you could both make... Dásos, you were supposed to do this before, but if you could both
I know.
make Constitution saving throws.
Is this a disease?
It is. That's right. You're immune.
And I don't care about it at all.
Right. You're
Do
immune.
you want it?
Yes.
Would you prefer to have... We could... That's a 20.
20?
Hey.
Alright. You're good.
The Paladin Panacea.
Mhm.
Are paladins immune to disease?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes.
Yeah, there's
Cool,
a
cool, cool.
there's a class feature that just says you are immune to disease. End of sentence. Alright. So what's the plan?
Can I keep walking? Like, I have him on me, but I'm just gonna keep on going.
Yeah,
It's like one of those amusement park rides with centrifugal force, but you're the
This is-
wall and
this is-
Kledash is the person.
yeah, this is the gravitron. Like
Yeah.
when Enten, like, you went to point down the hallway to Kledash, being like, "There's a chest down there." You like really had to struggle to put your hand up, and then you got it to like the 90-degree angle, and then you had to struggle to keep your hand from going up further. You had to, yeah. Yes, you can go
Kledash,
ahead.
just don't go on
myself,
upside
but I
down, it's
retract my
dangerous.
hand.
So, Sister Hope, you can go ahead and make a strength check. Your speed will be reduced by 1/2 again because you're pushing Kledash as well. But yes.
15.
15. All right. Which puts you in the same space. 5, 10, 15. I think you're now. It's literally it's one step away from you.
Oh, that's frustrating.
You could
Wait, can
abandon.
Kledash reach? Can Kledash reach out and grab the chest while attached to Sister Hope?
I'll like hold him forward
Okay. Kledash,
into that space so he can grab the chest.
are you
Go, Dragon Man!
gonna try and grab the chest?
I choose you.
I shall go for the chest, and I
Because-
will also take out a wand while I'm doing it.
What?
Okay. So
Mine's cool.
okay.
We can use later.
So here's the sequence of events. You're pushed toward the chest. You go to pull the wand. Make a strength saving throw to hold on to the wand. Being ripped out of your hand.
This is a disaster.
It's a 17.
Okay, you maintain your grip on the wand. And then
It's a 20, actually, +3 from Sister
Yes,
Hope,
thank
too.
you. That's right. So, by the way,
Oh.
Sister Hope has an aura that gives you +3 to all. I think it's saving throws, right?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
handy.
Yeah.
All saving
Oh, all
throws.
saving throws?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh,
As long as you're
Shit.
within 10 feet of her. Yeah.
I see.
Okay. Yeah. So you reach for the chest now.
Yes.
Okay. Make a strength check just to get your limbs out in that direction.
Okay.
You got this.
You're basically.
Does this count as me helping him?
I'll call that a help action. You can make that roll with advantage.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I'll just do it
Word.
again. Just.
Yep.
Wait, so why did you take the wand out?
Oh, no.
Okay.
Use your inspiration.
What was your total?
9 is the highest.
9.
Oh.
Well, it doesn't get any worse. But you go to reach your limbs out, and it's like pushing against a planet. Like the force is just too strong, and you can't quite get your limbs up to bear. So Enten, Efferil, Dásos, are you guys doing anything?
Yeah, I'm stuck. You kidding?
I'm gonna try and pull
I'm gonna-
Dásos, and I'm gonna try and pull Efferil off of the.
Effel's on the
I'm
wall.
staying in
Effel's fine.
place, but I'm going to walk back and get out of the
Okay,
force
then it's
stream.
Dásos who needs to get
You
pulled off
step
the
out.
wall.
Yeah, I could use some help.
You gonna pull them off the wall?
Well, I'm
try.
gonna pull Kledash off and then just leave everyone else.
Well,
No,
Kledash
Kledash
is up
isn't on the
here.
wall anymore. Yeah, Kledash is stuck to
Oh
Sister
yeah, he
Hope.
went up. That's right. Yes, he's right. Sorry.
Kledash teleported up and then immediately got body slammed into Sister Hope.
Got into a real mess.
Got into a real mess. I would expect no less of you guys. I'll be honest.
Although
What do you mean?
Kledash
That's-
is going to cast the Wand of Entanglement on the chest, and then he's going to look at Sister Hope and say, "Throw me."
Trust me. Trust me.
Dásos, please, let's get you down from there.
All right, so go ahead and make a wand of entanglement. Oh, wand of entangle. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I thought it was Entanglement. Whatever. It
Well-
casts Entangle, but
Yeah. So first, just to get this taken care of, Enten, go ahead and make a strength check. DC's not as high, don't worry. Because you're sliding
My
him
+1
sideways.
is not happy. 16?
Yeah, that's enough. You feel
Oh.
yourself. So Dásos, your limbs are just pinned to the wall, and you watch as Enten just grabs one of your arms and just slides you painfully to the side, and then you're free.
Thank you.
Okay, so
I
you
heard
cast.
Kledash say the word "throw me." Get out.
So you cast Entangle.
On my way.
Okay.
on the chest specifically.
On the chest. So, all right. The way Entangle works, I'll say for the sake of this, because of the way Entangle works, you've prepared Entangle. I assume you're trying to entangle yourself, right?
No, he's trying
Then
to
I'm
entangle the
thrown,
chest.
yes. But isn't that the point of the wand? Is that it's already technically prepared in the wand?
Well, so I mean readied rather, because the way
Yes.
Entangle works
Yeah.
is only creatures that are in the area when you cast the spell get entangled. Otherwise,
okay.
it's just difficult terrain.
Well, it's like what, 20-foot radius or something? It's pretty big.
Yeah, 20-foot square. So you actually, both of you would be entangled if you want to be.
Yeah, I definitely will want to be.
Okay, so
Or else this is going to hurt.
Wait, I thought the idea was that you were gonna like grab the chest and then get thrown with the chest held in the wand.
There are still options here, good ma'am.
so you cast
Alright.
you cast
Well,
entangle.
that's a good question.
You cast entangle on
does
the
it-
chest. What's up?
Is the chest like bolted to the ground?
We don't know.
What kind of chest
find
is it?
out yet.
It's definitely entangled to the ground.
So you cast Entangle, both you, Kledash, and Sister Hope. So Sister Hope, you watch as these grasping vines and weeds start to sprout out from the floor. And Kledash, I assume you intentionally failed to save?
Yes.
Okay. So he intentionally fails the save and is now being held to the floor. Sister Hope, do you want to intentionally fail the save and become restrained to the floor? Or do you want to...
I'm gonna rely on my own might here.
Okay. Make a strength saving throw. What's the DC on the wand? I want to say 13?
Not very high.
Sorry, force of habit.
Let's see. Does it go off of my spell save DC?
I think the wand has its own spell
No,
save
it's the
DC.
wand has it.
Okay, 13.
13?
It does not matter, so I'm stuck
Well,
anyway.
Doesn't matter, you got a 7, so you're restrained anyway. So you're now restrained to the floor, the vines are holding you in place, which is a little bit of a relief, but you also can't move forward either. So,
Right.
but, because Kledash was in front of you, he's now on the square where the chest is. What do you do, Kledash?
I'm going to inspect the chest.
Okay, roll an investigation check. What are you looking for?
Just see how it's latched, and I'll pull a Dásos and check to see if it's booby-trapped.
Okay. Not precisely your area of expertise, but it'll work.
Honestly, it doesn't seem to be mine either. I think I've found like one trap.
Stumbled into quite a
I've
few.
been hit by
17.
many, yeah.
17. Interestingly enough, you bent down to inspect the chest. There's a padlock on the front of the chest. It doesn't appear to be affected by the force. Like, it's not hanging horizontally off the front. And you nudge the chest slightly, chest moves freely.
All
It
right,
does otherwise appear to be... I mean, it's still entangled to the floor, but it does otherwise appear to be a regular chest.
Okay. I'll...
Is entangle... It is concentration, so...
Yeah. I'll shout back to Sister Hope. You could just move aside. I've got an idea. We'll get out of here.
About that.
You can make a strength check to attempt to unrestrain yourself.
Oh, yes, then I will do that. Check, not save.
It's a check, yep.
Well, I'm not going anywhere.
You watch
That's a
as
5.
Sister Hope struggles a little bit, and she says what she said.
Okay. So Kledash is going to grab the chest, and then
Okay.
he's going to reach out for Sister Hope's hand.
So as you grab the chest, it's entangled to the floor, but as I mentioned, the padlock was not being pushed. You feel it lurch forward slightly, held to the ground by the vines, and the padlock is now hanging horizontally off of it. It now appears to be affected by the same force that's affecting you.
Excellent. Does Sister Hope grab my hand?
I do.
All right, let's boogie. Let's go with the wind.
Everyone's out of the blast zone, correct?
Okay, so you, hang on.
Sister Hope takes my hand. I will break concentration, and I will cast a second dimension door at the T section of the hallway.
Oh, okay.
Because I can bring the chest, and I can bring one willing creature.
Yeah.
And that's me.
I'll allow that. So you both feel yourself thrown, and then you dimension door here, and you stumble another 10 feet, and then you stop.
Hey, we got
That
it.
was fun.
All right. Teamwork.
I try and close the door so that the force no longer is forcing things.
Okay. Make a strength check to reach in. I think
Is that with...
with your powerful build, you have advantage. Yeah.
Yay! Jesus Christ, I rolled a 1 and a 2, are you kidding me?
What was the
Oh
total?
no.
4.
Not enough. You go to reach in, and it's like you've touched a physical wall. The force is so strong.
Well, I tried. I'll walk over and make sure the other two are okay.
Can we open the chest?
I would
No.
assume we can try.
So
It is padlocked, though.
So you
I'll
walk
smash the
over.
padlock.
You walk over to here. Okay. Make a. Yeah, make a strength check just to smash the padlock off. And the two of you are now currently on the other side of this. We'll call it. It's not the spell, but I'll call it the wall of force. Right there.
16.
Yeah, that's enough. You slam it, and the lock breaks off easily. It's a flimsy lock.
Do you want to do the honors?
Still lockpicking a lawyer here, and today we have a treasure chest found in our dungeon.
Yeah, I guess so.
See,
Kledash
We
will-
have a very easy solution to this treasure. Physical force. No lock can withstand it.
Kledash will open the chest.
Okay. You open the chest up. The first thing you notice is there's a lot of money in here. There's it'll take some time to count out, but it's a lot. There's a ton of silver. There's some gold, there's some copper, and you see floating around every so often a few platinum pieces.
If only we had some kind of chest for storing money. Just money.
Yeah, if only.
But the person who's carrying it is really bad with money.
It's not true.
I mean, technically, I'm still holding it, so.
And then you also find inside, just sort of digging through, there's a pair of these. Hang on, let me pull up the picture so I'm giving you the accurate description here. There's a pair of what appear to be almost silken gloves that are this sort of dull yellow-orange color, and emblazoned on the back of the hand is a small, what appears to be a flame icon. And there's a small jade carving of a frog that just has a simple cord of leather bound to it.
I don't trust that at all.
Wait, what
Those
is
are
it?
magical.
And the last item you find is it looks like just a set of lockpicks, but it's made of silver.
Wait. What was the second thing? The little figure?
It's a little
There's a
jade
frog.
figurine made of a little jade frog that has a little leather cord running through it.
A flog.
It's Wednesday, my dudes.
Yeah, say it.
I'm going to use my, what is it called? Divine Sense on the objects.
Okay. You're looking for Fey Fiend Celestial
It's-
Undead presence?
Essentially, like, strong evil registers on my senses like a noxious odor. Direct quote.
Okay. None of them appear to be evil.
Well, can't say fairer than that.
They're not... The objects are neither consecrated nor desecrated.
As far as you can tell.
Yeah, what if you just found something and let it burrow into your eye? That would be weird.
Be fucked. You'd have to be a real idiot.
Yeah,
Or
you
a
would
really
have to
fun
be
person.
No, I'm going with real idiot here.
Yeah, well, we have a real fun guy on our team, too.
Oh my god, why do you like this?
That's just because he has a mushroom disease.
You're dragging these jokes out.
I got him. I guess I'm gonna take the gloves out and just look at them for a minute. Do I recognize the iconography?
Make an Arcana check.
I got a 2.
Looks like
With a nat 1.
Looks like a flame embroidered on the back. That's about all you got. Dásos and Enten, what are you guys doing?
Raring to go to the next. Well, I'll throw the money into the money box.
Well, so you're
I wanna take a look.
both of you are currently on the other side of this force current.
I'm going to try and maneuver my way current, and then look at the jade figurine.
All right, make a strength saving throw to step in, and then no check to step back out again on the other side.
The save is 16 plus 1.
So 17, yeah, that'll work. You step through.
Is
All right.
Sister Hope within 10 feet?
She is not.
What is the weird jade figurine?
So, Dásos, I assume you're going to be stepping through? Is that your plan?
No, I'm gonna ask for help once people are settled down over there.
Alright. You look at the jade figurine?
Yeah.
Okay, are you casting a spell, or are you just examining it?
I'm examining it, and I'd also like to look at whether or not it might be magical.
I mean, it's pretty intricately carved. Probably, in this place. You'd need detect magic or identify to know for sure, though.
Yeah. So I'm assuming an Arcana check would get me practically nothing here.
Not on the toad, unfortunately.
Unfortunate.
Arcana check is not a replacement for detect magic, sadly.
Off.
Sad.
Nope, I lied. I don't have that.
Well, this sure
I'm
is
gonna
a neat
take
thing.
the items out of the chest and then kind of close it back up with what remains of the lock for now.
Okay. You slip the upper end of the U-ring of the padlock into place and try to slide the lock back onto it, but it's not going, and you just kind of set it down to the side, and there's the U-ring hanging off
Good
the lock
enough.
there.
Yes, this lock is made of lock.
I definitely think it was worth the adventure. What do you think?
I definitely agree. I'm going to go over towards the door and try and get it closed now.
Okay. You'll reach in. Go ahead and make a strength check to reach in and close the door.
That's Nate.
No luck today, apparently.
Yeah.
You know what?
Can't-
Fuck it. Let's give it a shot. I'm gonna try and close the door.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm a dwarf.
Yeah.
I should be good at this.
So the dwarf
Nat 20,
waddles
here we go.
over and says, "Stand aside." Crap.
Trust me, I'm a dwarf. 18 plus modifier.
Okay, yeah, that's
Oh.
enough. You reach in, and it's a struggle, but you pull the door, and once it reaches the 90-degree where it's pointing straight down the hallway, it easily, as if there's no force at all, swings shut, closes. The force stream cuts off.
Like a glove.
I will applaud furiously. I'll also waggle the little silver lockpick in Dásos' direction.
Waggle?
Yes.
Yes.
Wait, what do you mean?
I hold it between my fingers and wiggle it back and forth.
I don't acknowledge that kind of gesture. I
Don't you want
refuse.
this? Don't you want the shiny lockpick, Dásos?
Seems like we've got a new lockpick on the team.
Yes.
What do you need that for? I snatch the silver lockpick away and toss it in my bags. Nice
I thought
job
you might
closing
like that.
that door, Enten. What do you say?
I thought you were actually going to throw them away.
I open the door and throw the lockpick back in. I don't need this.
No, you
Trash.
throw the lockpick in and just pastes itself against the wall behind you.
It hits me right in the face. It gets buried in my
Stab yourself
forehead.
at the lockpick somehow.
It goes
Okay.
in for a nose pick.
Yeah, you have you write magical lockpick for now because you haven't identified it yet. But
Okay.
yeah, it's magic as
Don't
fuck.
even know if it's magical. I have to feed the cats. I'll be back in a
But
second.
that'll
My party vote is move forward.
that'll remind me what it is later though.
Peace offering.
All right, so Dásos's player has to step off and feed their cats. What else are we doing?
Right.
Well.
Now Dásos is away. Let's steal all his stuff.
There's only one way forward, and that's forward.
Yeah, onward to the next door, I guess.
Actually,
I'm gonna
This
put the
man
gloves
should be
in
in this
the.
tower.
there's actually
Are you keeping the frog?
Sure, I'll
keeping-
keep the jade frog thing.
Okay, I'll hold on to the gloves for now, and I
I'll
guess also the chest. as
identify
well.
it. I'll identify it next to rest.
I do want to point out there are actually two ways forward. There's into the room with the Arcana Gloom, and then there's down the other hallway.
I'm going to break down the wall just to prove you wrong.
Right here?
Yeah.
Wait,
I mean,
have we been?
You can
Have we
try.
been in all the doors on this hallway?
Yes.
We
well,
explored the previous ones. Some of them have
Okay.
like various
This-
different elements in them, and they lost a lot of health.
This group has, yeah. They prior to this fight, they explored the rooms prior.
Okay.
Which rooms? Did we explore all the rooms in the corridor,
Yes.
or was
now
the
that
fourth
we
one the
have-
last one?
The force room was the
The
last
fourth
one.
one was the last.
Okay. Let's explore the room to our right, the one that's already been drawn by Ember, because it's been drawn by Ember.
The one
Yes,
where
the one
combat
where Tjorgith
happened.
died.
Yes, because we didn't actually explore that room, we just kind of fought in it. That's very different.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good point. Good point.
I'll move you all into it just for the sake of you all being there. I will be right back. Give me 5 minutes, okay?
He's good to feed his cats. He
Yes,
doesn't have
I-
any cats as well.
I
as
have to
well.
feed my 36 cats that I have in my 2-bedroom apartment.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good. Good.
How are you enjoying our group?
I like it so far. I think this was an excellent start.
It's only
I
gonna
accidentally
go
almost
downhill
killed
from
the
here.
Dragonborn. Actually, wait, Kledash, let me ask you something. I am imagining you quite small, if only because of the picture. Are you
I'm
actually
only about 4 feet tall? I am shorter than Enten, I'm sure.
okay?
Citation needed, but probably yes.
But yeah,
Okay,
that was the
so-
whole point. Is that I couldn't play this character and be a large dragonborn.
Yeah,
I would
4'7".
have to be small,
Right.
which
4
is also
foot
why I
7.
don't have a very high constitution and strength because it's in character.
Yes, that makes sense. Because I was imagining you absolutely just like squished on the breastplate, not even
yeah.
like flailing over, just completely crushed.
Like the GIF in Monday chat that I've got.
Yes.
Ah, yes.
I think I'm the biggest character in the group, actually. If not, I'm making myself the biggest.
You're definitely the tallest. You're like 7 foot something, aren't you?
Oh, yes.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, you're ridiculous.
I'm tall, but I am not that tall.
I could literally be your.
Actually, I think I wrote myself down. I was like 5'16", because I forgot how feet and inches worked. No, I'm 6'4", so I wrote down.
To be fair, I agree that they should also do a metric conversion in D&D.
Just
They do
generally,
have a
like,
metric conversion.
You know, it's just.
Oh, wait, did he leave?
Yes.
he's-
The DM had to go do something for 5 minutes.
He had to feed
Oh.
his
He had to
cat.
feed his 64 cats.
No,
I will
Where'd you
also
take
be
the
right
number
back.
of cats, huh?
he has 0 cats.
That you know of.
That's technically true. I actually haven't been to his new apartment, so he could have snuck a cat in, but I think I would have heard about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably would have heard about it.
Yeah.
Oh, wrong cat, Enten. No, bad.
He's got cat girls, in fact. He's got, but they're generally self-sufficient.
This is the thing we didn't know, but he wasn't just working on the stuff in the lab. Also working.
Ember is working to develop and genetically engineer.
He's been engineering cat girls. He's not just working on the vaccine. That's the real. It's not microchips to track us. It's turning us all into cat girls.
No, see, the microchips are to track who's compatible enough to become the cat girl.
And who is fit only to serve the cat girls.
Oh my.
Alright. I'm happy he didn't come back halfway through. I need to go find something cursed in Google. I'll be right back.
Oh no. You gonna give me some more weird cat girl pictures?
No! Well, technically, yes.
You reacted like that was an unreasonable thing to think you might be getting when we're actively
what do you
talking about
mean?
cat girls. You said, I
I'm
have
not
to go
looking
find
for...
It's like the centaur thing. For some reason, you guys just give me weirder and weirder centaurs that I just save in a file for later.
Incidentally, Amanda is freaked out by centaurs. Like, cannot even see a picture of a centaur. She hates them.
Oh no.
Oh, relevant only insofar as centaurs are in Greek mythology, but I'm gonna be Zagreus for Halloween. But I don't know how to make a costume. So I gotta sort all that out.
Sounds like you need to get into cosplay.
Yeah, I know. Well, Ember's done some, so I might make him give me light guidance. He did a really good Attack on Titan a couple years ago.
Alright, the DM is back. Can't scheme anymore.
Welcome back.
Aw, no, the mods have returned.
You missed a really good conversation, Ember. It was full of context.
Okay.
Yeah, things got kind of 4chan in here.
I also
Surprisingly,
missed
with no
most of that,
4chaners in this
thankfully.
chat.
It's a darn shame that this won't be recorded in a format that I can easily access later.
Whoops.
Alright, so, just to give you a brief description of the room from the first time you were in here, Incarnate Gloom notwithstanding, there are a few barrels and a few crates here and there. You see in the barrels are just large bundles of arrows and crossbow bolts. Along two walls, here and here, are weapon racks that have a number of different types of weapons in them, all fairly standard. You've seen them before. There's a workbench in the center of the room, and a number of crates. There's also as I kick the camera, there's also a chest over here that is locked, and there's a 10-foot wide door that I show it swinging open. It doesn't actually swing, it actually slides to the side. But it's not locked. And there's another hallway on the other side.
Kledash is going to go where the arrows and crossbow bolts are.
Okay, I'm not going to move you into space, I'm just going to...
Okay.
You're there, so...
And then how many are...
That's on the...
What's the general
Sorry.
number? Can I just say I replenish my arrows and bolts?
Oh, there are hundreds.
Okay, then I
Hundreds of
shall
arrows and
replenish
bolts.
my arrows and bolts.
What's on the work table?
On the workbench itself, there's a number of small tools. You see, cartography tools. There's a number of parchments, like scrap parchments, that look like they have partial maps drawn on them, but they're only about maybe index card size. So obviously they're either pieces of something or they're incomplete. And then on the center of the table is a somewhat large map. And it looks to be of... The rest of you would actually recognize this. I believe you would have seen this map. I forget who gave it to you, but I think you have a map of the surrounding area.
Oh, right. It was, I think, the bartender.
I think it was
wasn't
the
it?
bartender.
The
weirdo who... Oh, Hero.
Yeah, Hero. Gave you the give you the map. This is just a smaller version of that, and there's a couple of other landmarks marked on there as well. Of note, there is an area circled, and let's see. So this is Sister Hope that's looking at this. What languages do you know?
Common and Abyssal.
Good. That's right. I keep forgetting you're in Abyssal TV. So in Abyssal, this map is written in Abyssal, and one of it says there's an area circled that says Festerwood.
That's worrying. Any of you know anything about a festival that goes on here? Is it
Festival?
Sorry,
what?
Festerwood.
Festerwood.
Yes.
Festerwood, sorry.
Here, let me... The Festerwood.
Got it.
It's the name of the place.
Honestly,
Spoilers.
somehow that's less terrifying than what I thought.
Yeah, a festival in the abyss in the domain of Zugdemoy. Probably not super great for mortals.
Do we know anything about the Festerwood? Sister Hope asks of her companions.
They're in it, aren't we?
That's where we're trying to go to cure Kledash.
Yeah.
Oh, well, problem solved, guys. I'll hold up the map.
Oh, do you think that knowing where a place is solves the problem?
It's
Yes.
at least half the problem.
You think it's half the problem?
Absolutely, it's half the problem.
G.I. Joe.
And the other half's violence.
Yes. Unfortunately, or fortunately, yes.
I think it's an easy 60-40 split.
I'll drink to that.
Wait, so can I get... I'm going to get our copy of the map out, and I just want to compare it against what's on there, because you said like a part of it was circled.
Okay.
So is there anything... Is this just a better version of the map that we already have, or is there anything that will be useful comparing them?
Yeah, so it is a slightly more detailed version. Instead of just being more or less a sketch of the area, the map you have isn't particularly detailed and is apparently not drawn to scale. Whereas this map was drawn detailed with cartographer's tools. Distances between locations are marked.
Cool.
The Festerwood's on it, it is on your map. There is also a region to the north that would be off the edge of your current map. That's marked. This would be marked Androlyn. There's an X marked there, and then it just says Androlyn. ANDRLOYNNE. I'll type it in chat. That's easier.
And so wait, what does it look like on the map? Like it's just a location? Does it look like a town, or...?
It's just an X on the map that says Androlyn.
Gotcha.
And then there is... Next to it, there's writing that has been scratched out. Unfortunately, the ink is too dense, you can't tell what it said, but there was something else written there, and it has since been scratched out.
Efferil?
I have a look. What do I see?
The same thing, because it's mundane.
You're
First sight.
mundane.
I mean, it's basically... Here, where's my marker? It's basically like if on the map you have an X and somebody wrote, I don't know, butts, lol, and then they scribbled it out like that. So you can't tell what was originally written there. It is mundane ink. So...
Was it written with like a quill, perhaps?
I mean, looking around on the table, there is a quill and an inkwell on the table. That's part of the cartographer's tools set.
Sister Hope, having read too many detective stories, will check underneath the map to see if the writing is etched onto the table somehow.
You made a huge fucking mistake telling us about this thing that was scratched out.
I did. Oh my god.
Yes, you did. I mean, you're gonna...
This is
Here was
this
information.
is like
You assume it's a puzzle.
this is like I should never describe a chair in too much detail. You guys are gonna like take a fucking hour examining this thing.
I gotta
Does
say,
this
it's fun to
chair
be
have a
on this
secret
end of
weapon
this
stashed
problem.
in it?
Usually I'm on the other end of this problem, and it sucks.
This is a real Chekhov's chair situation. Let's get real into this one.
Looking, so you pull up the map, and underneath is there's another smaller. No, there's nothing on the table.
No!
It's just hardwood. It's actually so.
Okay.
It's you wouldn't necessarily know this, but the others would know this from being around. It appears to be made out of not wood, but the same sort of like hard mushroom material that the giant mushrooms were outside. It's called the material is called Zerkwood.
Okay, well, if the impression on the table has been scribbled out, I'm going to look on the floor and see whether or not any impression has gone through the table onto the floor.
Okay.
Yeah, the next logical step in this.
Yeah, you crawl under the table. Make a dexterity saving throw.
So much damage dealt here.
90.
Nothing happens. It's a table.
This table is made of table.
Oh no.
Alright,
Alright, what else is in this room then?
Yeah.
anything else on the table now that we've gotten through exactly one object?
Yeah.
Well, so they're the cartographer's tools on the table. They're the scraps of other maps, and then there was the large map. That's what's on the table.
I'm gonna take the
There
large
are
map.
scraps of other maps. Can we take a look at the scraps of other maps? Are they like...
Shit, wait, I just realized I legitimately was trying to do cartography stuff because of the drow.
Because of the drow.
Way
the
back when we
drow
were
camp.
in... Yeah, it was like, who were the spider-worshipping people?
In
Or
Moonhollow?
whatever. Yeah, they told me that they would, like, take me to their queen if I got... I mean, obviously, like, we're far flung from this, but they
You
said,
mean
like,
the
when
ones
you...
that you left with Cavelli?
Yeah, Cavelli's with them, yeah, and so they told me to, while I was out there, map out anything I saw, and they were referring to the mountain range, but they did say, like, bring back something interesting enough and you can meet our queen.
Are you sure that's a
Oh,
good
yeah.
thing?
Oh yeah, you don't know about this. We kidnapped a kid, took him from one place.
did not
sailed across
kidnap
the
a
ocean
kid!
for 6 months.
You said it because I was going to.
Sailed across the ocean with this kid, and then
We
went
recruited
into a
him.
You
town
guys-
full of drow,
You guys
and they
realize
just
this?
left him with the team,
You guys
the
realize
town leader.
Cavelli is a fully grown adult.
Yeah, he's
not
a
a kid.
man who I paid to come with us. What do you mean I kidnapped
We
a kid?
We kidnapped some boy named Cavelli.
What the fuck?
I
You
forgot he
kidnapped this
wasn't a
poor
kid.
stable boy and dragged
it's-
him with us
yeah,
halfway
it's-
across the world.
It's because when we met him, he was literally, his job title was stable boy, but he is an adult. He's 25 years old.
Ah, so
I
he's
actually
a
don't
stable
remember any of
man.
this at all.
Stable
Yeah.
man, yeah.
Stable man.
Can I take a
took
look
the
at the
stable man
weapons
and turned
on
him
a
into an
completely
unstable
unrelated
man.
note?
Okay.
I do
Good
want to take the
lord.
cartographer's
We've done a
tools.
lot of
This amounted to.
Okay.
I'm
done a
definitely
lot of
taking. I'm
shenanigans
taking the
here.
nice big map, but I'm also gonna go look at the weapons.
So you take the cartographer's tools. For reference, the group's map that they have is bigger. So if you want that map, it's a bigger map. It's less detailed though. So sorry, two things are
Let's grab
happening.
it over.
First, Sister Hope wants to go look at the weapons. Second, Efferil wants to look at the scraps of map pieces.
Yeah.
So this will be easier. So Sister Hope, you walk over, and in the rack there are apparently mundane swords. There's 6 short swords, 2 long swords, a broadsword, and a comically large, what you can only describe as claymore is not the right word. It's almost like it was made for a larger being than a human, or humanoid. There are 2 battle axes on the other shelf, and 6 heavy crossbows. And those
Are the axes nicer than my axe?
They've seen less use. I don't know if they're nicer, but they've seen less use.
I'm gonna try and pick up the big sword, see if I can swing it.
Okay. How do I want to handle this? Make an attack roll with disadvantage.
All right.
And this is a weapon you're not proficient in, so you would not add your proficiency bonus.
That's not right. I got 121 and 17. So 7.
Oh, okay. So it would be question mark DAV, and then plus bonus.
Okay.
That's our disadvantage shortcut.
Gotcha.
Okay, but with a 4 plus 3 with a 7, you go to lift this thing and you drag it about 2 feet away from the shelf, and you just can't swing it. It's too heavy.
All right, I abandon it where it lies.
The rest of you hear as this giant sword just slams. It's almost like 6 or 7 feet long. Just slams into the floor.
Well, now I want to try it.
By all means.
I mean, it would be the same. Make an attack roll with disadvantage using your strength modifier, and without your proficiency bonus.
8.
Same result.
Yeah.
It's literally exactly the same result.
What if I used Mage Hand to help me out?
Mage Hand can lift 5 pounds.
This weapon is demonstrably over 5 pounds.
This weapon is significantly more than 5
You're calling
pounds.
this weapon fat?
I'm gonna say,
Yes, this weapon is
I'm not
fat.
calling it fat.
I'm gonna
calling
say
it
that my
heavy.
regular sword is heavier than 5 pounds.
Show off.
Alright,
Efferil's looking at
Nice.
this maps scraps, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
Sorry.
I'm looking at the map scraps.
I forgot that Lumiere has resistance to force damage, and resistance to effects that cause force damage. So he probably
Yeah,
could
Lumiere
help
didn't
you,
do shit
but
that whole time.
Lumiere
Wait.
has telekinetic, the telekinetic feat. So he probably could have been a lot of help
Okay.
during that.
So
but
yeah, either Lumiere is a total asshole, or you're not good at playing as Lumiere.
I'm keeping track of so many things right now.
Keep track of one more thing.
Yeah, I want Bud back, actually.
How hard could it be?
I mean,
Jesus.
so
He was trying to
alright.
let us
Bad
have that bonding experience, I think.
So during all of this, while you guys were harming yourselves in the hallway, he was busy ritual casting Find Familiar and summoning Bud back.
Ritual casting, summon Bud.
Summon Bud, aka call your dealer. Alright,
Wait,
so
do I have my horse? Is my horse with me?
your horse did not come with you, no.
Rats. Okay.
But can you cast Find Horse?
I can't. I will have to do that afterwards.
Why did you buy a horse?
It's not the same.
Oh yeah, don't paladins have like magic steeds or some shit?
Yes, I do.
What's that like?
Yes. Only paladins and nobody else.
Yes.
I get fine.
Are you talking about my demon horse? Spot?
No. I'm not talking
I
My
about
secret
forgot you
demon
had
horse?
a demon horse.
He's not a demon horse.
Come on, you have implied that he's a demon horse.
The trainer spoke, I think, Infernal. to
Infernal.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that implies the
And we don't know
trainer
what he
knows
said.
Infernal. That's all.
Okay, whatever you say, bud.
Okay. So, Efferil, you were looking at the map pieces.
Yes.
Are you looking for something particular? Or are you trying to... What are you trying to do with them?
Well, you're saying they're pieces of map, so you're either implying that a map that's been torn up into millions of pieces, or maps that are incomplete. What are they? Are they maps that are incomplete, or a map that's been torn up?
Okay, so you go and you try to rearrange them into a full map. They are not maps of the same place. So it's not like one map that's been torn to pieces. And looking closer, you realize like some of the maps have a different scale, and after looking at it, it takes you probably about I mean, because you're not trained in cartographer's tools, I don't think, right? You're not proficient with cartographer tools?
Don't think this character is, no.
Okay. It takes you a few minutes, but then you eventually realize that these aren't maps of real places. This was practice to learn how to use the tools themselves. This was somebody training to learn how to use the cartographer's tools. In essence, you just stumbled across a fantasy... you just stumbled across someone's homebrew map.
Oh, that's a plot point in Disco Elysium.
I've never played
Do
it.
I really not have any tool proficiencies at all?
I have a tool proficiency.
Yeah, but apparently I don't.
I think I do.
Proficient. Anyway.
I'm
Unless I
proficient
just
with
didn't
thieves'
record
tools.
it properly.
I'm proficient in tools of magic casting.
There's this weird map that says Forgotten Realms.
Yeah. It's just you look at one side and it says Sword Coast, and that's not any place you've ever heard of, because that doesn't exist in this universe.
Faerun.
Yeah, what's that weird mark above the A? Yeah.
Cool.
That's not
I'm
real
gonna just
letter.
search for secret doors. I never do this. I'm gonna give this place a once over for secret doors.
Okay. Just along
Just
all
while
the
this all
walls?
is going on.
Sure.
Yeah.
Go
Have
ahead.
you
and
checked
make
the
it
crates yet?
No one's checked the crates yet, or the chest.
Oh, there's a
Oh,
chest
what
in
the
here?
heck? Yeah, I'm going to check the
Yeah.
chest.
It's just right here.
Not 12.
Oh, absolutely, I'll check that.
Wait, can I check that for traps? I didn't realize there was a chest either.
Sure.
I'm gonna
What you're
check-
learning is that no one listened while you were describing this room.
That's why I asked what else is
Everything
in this
but
room.
the chest, ironically.
Okay, so
We all run over to the chests together,
yeah, all of you.
hang our heads into each
I'm
other.
gonna
Somebody-
run over to the crates.
Lumir points into the corner and says I'm gonna go check out this chest, and all of you at once simultaneously pop your heads up and go chest.
My adventure senses are tingling.
What?
Okay, you want to go check the chest or traps? You want to use this 12 on that?
No, I'm gonna use that for the secret doors. I'll do
Okay.
25 on the traps.
25. The chest is not trapped.
Is it locked?
It is locked.
I'm gonna use the silver lockpicks.
Okay. Hold on.
You're welcome.
So let me pull this up.
Hey, eat shit, huh?
Jesus. You don't find any secret doors, unfortunately. Go ahead and roll a Thieves' Tools check with a +3 bonus on top of what you normally do.
You're welcome.
19, but I rolled a 4.
Okay. So whenever you use this, you get +3 on the check.
Okay.
There's more to it than that, but that's this one anyway.
That's all you know right now.
19? Yeah, that opens it.
Cool.
The lock. It's interesting. You open the lock, and it's not a padlock. It's like a lock that's actually fixed into the chest itself. And you open it up, and you realize as you pull the tool out of the lock, the tool shaped itself into the right shape to open this lock, and then it reverts back to its original shape.
See, that's a little thing I like to call finesse.
No,
You're
it's
so
pronounced
good. You
Flanness.
would even adapt the tools.
Are you sure it's not expertise?
You know what? Every single one of you has wronged me in this encounter. every single
Listen,
one of you.
I gave you a precious gift.
Backstabbers.
I gave you a precious gift.
Yeah, and they all stabbed me in the back when I was trying to sass you about it. What do I
Why
get?
are you trying to sass her about it?
I'm in a bad mood. Alright, what's in the chest?
I give Dásos a little pat on the head.
All right. You
I
open up.
stab sister.
You open up the chest,
a
and
knife.
it appears empty.
Oh,
I search the chest for a secret compartment in the bottom.
Okay. Give me 1 second. I actually didn't have this thing pulled up, so let me go and grab that.
But I have a 29!
Alright.
Come on!
Okay, no, I still have to pull up what the object is.
you did a very good search. I pat you.
Come on! Just
You
tell
get
me
more
it's...
head pats.
wait, who's that girl in Higurashi when they cry who gives me those head pats? Head
I
pat.
don't remember. Is it the blue-haired one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keiichi.
Oh god, no.
My girl
Rika,
Keiichi.
maybe? Rika. I think her name's Rika.
Yeah. Fruity Rika.
Oh
Yeah.
god, why did I recruit another weeb?
What do you mean? That's not a mistake.
You didn't
It's
know.
not a
in
weird
fairness.
thing. It's just
What?
a nice, relaxing little.
I kept that very under wraps prior to.
Ah, soda.
Shut the hell up.
Full pile empty.
Why can't I find this? Hold on.
Yoroshiku onegaishimasu.
Wondrous item.
I don't remember what that means, but it was in my Duolingo.
Yoroshiku onegaishimasu is be kind to me, I think? Or nice to meet. No, hajimemashite is nice to meet you.
There's like a million nice to meet yous, though. I think Yoroshiku
Yeah.
is also, isn't it?
I have to do a kanji.
Please be. I don't remember. The last time I took Japanese was 1,000 years ago.
That can't possibly be true.
1,000. That's a long time.
You don't know.
Really long time.
I could be that old.
It would surprise me.
Then if you're that old, you'd be able to understand more ancient languages.
Unless you suck.
Unless I suck.
Yeah, How
Yeah.
do you know if she understands
I'm just the
languages?
worst immortal. I have not learned
Yeah,
anything.
you've been around for thousands of years, haven't learned a single fucking thing.
Nope, I've just been dicking around. The only thing I've done.
Do you know how many shows there are? How many movies there are? Do you know how much
Yeah.
binging?
Good
Seriously.
point.
And before that, there were books that I had to keep up with.
Before that,
There was that one
Mahjong.
library that was guarded by
Mahjong, yeah.
owls,
I played a
Enten
lot of
the Crime.
Mahjong.
Oh my god, why can't I find this thing?
yeah, this is
Ah!
humiliating.
This is awful. I know exactly what it is I'm looking for, but for the life of me, I can't remember what it's called, so I can't just look it up by name.
Is it a mimic?
No.
I don't think it's a mimic. We've already fought one of those, and I think that he would have found that faster.
There it is.
What you need to do is just search for treasure chests in your notes, and you'll find it. Obviously.
I found it. No, I found it.
Okay.
So you investigate the chest itself. It's just, simple wooden box type deal. You find a small scrap of paper in the bottom that has the word tiny on it in common.
I think it's trying to tell you something.
Use my robot eye. True sight.
Okay. You look into the box and there's a small scrap of paper on the bottom that says tiny.
Look at the paper very closely.
It's mundane parchment.
I reach into the box.
Okay.
Anything happen?
Nope. Your hand's in the box.
I put 10 gold coins into the box and close it.
Okay. You put 10 gold coins in the box and close it.
I open it again.
There are now 10 gold coins and a scrap of paper that says tiny on it.
I take the parchment that says tiny. I get into the box.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
The box isn't big enough to fit you.
Okay, I get as much of me into the box as will fit.
It's 3 feet long and 2 feet deep and tall. It's not like a foot locker that you can fit someone into.
Dásos is now standing in the box.
You're
So what I'm
standing-
hearing is we could shove Kledash in this box.
You could actually there are 3 members there are 3 members of this
No.
party, not including Bud, that could fit into this box.
No.
Kledash, I think this is calling
Kledash,
your
get
name.
the box.
No, you try to stuff me in there. Things are gonna get weird.
This whole
We're asking you very
We're asking
politely.
Very politely.
Kledash, this hole was made for you.
Nope.
No.
Sister Hope has a very unfortunate memory and takes a belt from her hip flask.
Yowza.
All right.
Yeah.
So you're standing in the chest now.
Alright, I'm gonna wait for a short rest to work on this guy, but I'm gonna take the chest with me.
Okay. You drag the chest
Wait,
along with you.
Wait, before we do, I'm gonna flip the parchment over to the other side of it.
It's blank.
Dang. Well, I give up.
Yes, his ass.
I'm gonna go
Wait,
look at the big sword.
Don't one of you have like a detect magic spell or
Oh
something?
no, I'm gonna go crack
No.
open the crates. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yes, boxes.
Okay.
I'm gonna
So
open
you're
those
checking out the boxes. Enten, Efferil, Kledash, are you guys doing anything at the moment? You can see.
I'm watching Kledash in the
You can
box.
see Lumiere is ritual casting something in the corner.
I'm still poking through the arrows and all that. Although, what is beside the arrows and bolts? Or is like, is that just what it is, or
in the
is there
barrels?
like other supplies nearby?
The barrels are. This is a barracks room. This is a weapon store room. So, the barrels have bolts and arrows in them. Other than that, that's what they have. There's some like I said, there's some crossbows on one of the weapon racks, heavy crossbows. Otherwise, that's that.
This place belongs to the evil mushroom creature, yes?
No.
Oh,
No, we're in a tower that's like fairly close to the evil mushroom creature's place.
but it's not. It doesn't belong to them.
No, I'm not even sure. Do we know who this belongs to? Like, quote unquote. We met like a tribe of people who live here, but I don't know who like owns, controls, or whatever.
The people
That's-
that own this place might not be happy with us stealing their shit.
I mean,
Well, no, because they were just like, yeah, go ahead, explore the area, like we explore sometimes.
yeah. I mean, as
Right?
far as you know, the people who you met earlier are the ones who own it. Those are the only other people you've seen here. So.
I thought they in some way made it clear to us that like this is not their, like we go up a floor, we're not in their house anymore. We're
Oh,
basically
I mean,
might as well be in the woods.
yeah. I mean, they control one portion of it, and then
Yeah.
go exploring is what they explained to you. Otherwise, it's just kind of there. Like they don't know who built this or where it came from. They just live here because it's safe from the Mechanids.
Gotcha. All right. I'll keep messing with the crates, I guess.
Okay, you're messing with the crates.
Yeah.
Efferil,
I'm gonna go help out with the crates. Go to Efferil.
I was messing with the crates.
messing with the crates.
Oh,
Efferil,
we have
was
messing with the
three
crates.
people on
OG
crate
messing with
duty.
the crates.
I said I was messing with the crates while you guys went over to mess with the chest.
Okay, messing with the crates. Lumiere finishes ritual casting detect magic, and he looks over at you, Dásos, as you're standing in the chest. And he says, "I don't know if I'd do that if I were you.
Why?
That box is magic as fuck."
Yeah, what's going on in it?
He is able to identify the type of magic as transmutation. That's all he can get.
Oh
What
no!
does that mean?
Oh no!
What does that mean?
The box
It's
has
a normal English word.
the box.
Yeah,
has
I'm asking
some,
Lumiere what that means.
Well, so it means the box has some kind of transmutation magic imbued into it. There's usually listed this type of item. There's a command word or other type of.
Tiny. I say tiny.
Okay, are you standing in the crate?
I'm standing in the box, not the crate.
In the
Efferil's got
box,
the crates.
Nothing happens.
Ass.
He says,
Wait, I get out of the crate and I say tiny.
Okay, you close
The
it.
box. Yeah.
You close it and you flip the latch down. You say tiny. Shoop! It shrinks to about a quarter of its size.
Oh, snap.
Sorry,
Whoa.
everybody. I stepped on the box. It got really
Yeah.
little.
How much does it weigh? Does it weigh the same?
It is. Let's see. No matter what's inside the box, it weighs 25 pounds.
Pretty heavy.
And then its shrunk size is 1 foot long by 8 inches deep and tall. It still weighs 25 pounds.
1 foot.
Did you take your gold out of it before you did this?
No. I did not. So it's still in there. That looks handy. We needed more containers. That's what we're hurting for.
We have.
Hey, Kledash, look, we have more containers. You want to carry this one?
I got it.
Okay. This one's not even extra dimensional as far as I can tell.
Wait,
It's
how do we make
probably
it? How do we make it big again, though? Is the real question.
I say tiny again.
Shoop! The box expands to its original size.
Look at that. I said the first thing that came into my head and I got it. Guess I'm smart and you're dumb.
Well, can't say wrong
Thought
to
you were
that.
Dásos.
Will you, do you mind if I,
Go crazy, bud.
Alright.
Go crazy.
Jesus.
I'll move. I still had the other chest full of gold, so I'm gonna pour all the gold and silver from the other chest into the tiny one, and then shrink it, and then
What,
put it.
I grabbed that already. I put it in the coin box. We have a
Oh.
coin box, which is like a bag of holding, but only for coins. So
They
all
have
our
a
money is in that.
they have a
Yeah.
magical item called the coin box of holding
Oh,
that can just
okay.
hold.
Yeah.
The only thing it can hold is coins. But
I
it
have
can
literally
hold
no
a
idea
lot.
how much is in it anymore. Yeah.
You should probably be
Alright.
tracking that because I'm not. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm certainly not
that's kind of
tracking it.
important.
Well, it's because I've been keeping track of my personal money, which is like negative 4,000 because I borrow money from people a lot.
In any event, I'll put the tiny box into my pack for later.
okay, you can do that.
Wait, I owed 500 gold to Teargeth.
Well, I guess
news.
it's up to me now.
You know what they say: death dies with the creditor. That's not what they
When
say.
I- When I said that prayer, I actually took on all of the money that was owed to him. So
Good luck collecting. No one's ever collected anything from me before.
All right. So the six of you, pretty much at this point, who are going through the crates, you open them up, and inside is what appears to be fresh fruit, preserved meats,
oh, dog.
like food that hasn't either is preserved in some way or hasn't been there a while. A lot of like.
Well, this would
foods
be
that-
kind of neat if I actually ate.
Yeah, food that you guys haven't seen in a while. Well, Sister Hope, you did just this morning, but food that the rest of
Yeah.
you haven't seen in a while. And it appears to be normal, you know, I would say like from the material plane, if you will.
I'll try a bite.
Okay, you just grab something at random and take a bite.
Yep.
It
I'm
tastes
gonna
as
put orange
expected.
rind in your mouth.
I was
Doesn't
just going to
seem
say, how would you
poisonous.
know it's poisoned?
By
Say again?
eating it, of course.
Yeah, but you're immune to poison, aren't you? No, just you're immune to
Disease.
disease, my bad.
Yes. I'm resistant to poison.
I'm resistant to poison.
I'm
Can you
resistant
eat?
to poison.
Okay, you take a bite of insert food here. It tastes as you expect it to.
That just makes
Well,
me more
we have an empty
suspicious.
box. Might as well load it full of food.
That's true.
I'll fill as much as I can into the shrinky crate and then shrink it back down.
Okay, yeah, you can fit 2 crates worth of food into the. It's called an Everus box. I'll put the description in the channel later.
Sweet.
And yeah, it's essentially for mechanical purposes. It's essentially 10 days worth of rations, but it's fresh food. So
Hey, Lemire,
So
did
it'll
you
probably
detect
go off.
anything else?
Lumir, this whole time, Lumir has just sort of been skimming around the room, and he, looking at the objects in the room, he says, "No, but there's something in there," and he points at the wall behind where the chest was.
Oh.
I give that
There's
another
some hidden
search.
walls. Yeah.
Okay, make it.
Do elves have hidden wall sense? Or is that just a 3-5 thing?
I think that's
I
just
believe
a
that's a
3-5 thing.
3-5.
Rats. Alright, another
I can assist you
investigation.
with this.
Also, you're not even a
Okay.
real elf.
It's fucked up. Alright, I'm using my
Got 'em.
advantage.
Got him.
Plus 10. Oh Jesus, a 5 and a 1. It's a 15.
15's enough. It's a mechanical hidden door. So you find a catch and you slip your fingers into it and pull the door to one side. And there's a you've seen these all before in the hallways. There's a space behind the wall that doesn't look like it belongs there. It looks like there should be, just a It looks like it's taking up more space than it should. And there's no floor in this space. It's just an
We were
empty.
just saying.
It's just an empty void.
We were just saying we wanted to find a room with nothing in it, including no floor.
Yeah.
Oh, were you?
Kledash,
you
will
got
another
loose
thing into
for it, yeah.
being.
Oh God. No. Stop that.
Okay, well,
Get out of my head.
I find a rock, I cast light on it, and I drop it down the hole.
Okay, so you cast light on the rock and you toss it into the room. It falls. Falls out of sight. No sound.
What, is there a ceiling?
Doesn't appear to be.
I
So
will
it's-
cast dancing lights and like move the lights around the space a little bit.
Okay. Excuse me. You cast dancing lights and sending the lights out into the space. There is a ceiling. It's about 30 feet up, and it's colored with this like black material that seems to absorb light. But you send the dancing light sort of globe up, and it hits that solid space and can't move any further. So that's how you know it's there. If there are walls to the side, they're further than the range of the spell. Then you can send the dancing light. I think what's the range of dancing lights that you can send the globes out?
120 feet.
Yeah, so sending it out to either side, it is further than the dancing lights can go on either side. There is a floor, and you send the light down. It's about 100 feet down, and if you look really closely, you can see the stone that light had been cast on. But when you get close to it, the light snuffs out.
That's not good.
I think you get 3 lights, right? The others 2 are still up. It's just the one that went down there.
There are 4 lights.
Yeah, so I'd have 3 left.
Oh my God! Stop it.
I'll send them down as far down as I can without popping them. I'll do my best to, at least.
Okay. Yeah, you send the other 2 down. They're hovering about 90-ish feet off, or 90-ish feet down, so 10 feet above where the floor is. And it is illuminating the floor. Again, it is either painted or treated with this material that seems to absorb light, giving the illusion or the appearance of an empty void, but it is contained in some kind of physical boundary.
I light my lantern and revealing and poke it around the hole. I completely forgot I had that.
Okay, what's the range of the light that comes out of it?
I don't know, because I can't
it's-
literally look at anything else.
What spell?
I think it's 60 feet, isn't it?
Lantern revealing. It's a bullseye lantern, apparently.
Lantern of Revealing. I'll pull it up.
Yeah,
We got this so long ago.
because it's a bullseye lantern. It has a slightly different range. So it's instead of being 30-30 in a circle, it's 60-60 straight out in a cone.
I can use.
That's interesting.
Yep. So you light your lantern of revealing, and pointing out, going out for the 120 feet or so, nothing's visible at first, and then there's a very brief kind of ripple in the space. It's like looking through a heat wave, kind of. You take the light away and depend only on the dancing lights, and this effect seems to go away. You put the lantern back. It's about maybe 20 feet straight in from where the doorway is. There's this very slowly rippling, almost transparent layer of something.
Okay, I cast light on another stone and throw that stone at the rippling thing.
Okay. You toss the stone in to at least trying to make the 20 feet, which is easy. Even for someone as wimpy as you. No, you're actually, your character's actually quite strong.
Yeah.
It hits the ripple, and then seems to just
Absolutely no
sort
reason
of,
for strength, but I am.
it just hovers there. It doesn't fall, it doesn't move, it just stays still.
I cast Eldritch Blast in that thing on the.
EB has to target a creature, and that is not a creature.
I use Sacred Flame.
I think that also has
Jolt?
to target a creature.
What do you want to cast?
Yeah, it does also have to target a creature. There's no creature there.
You are troubled by this thing.
It's weird and unusual, so I wish you figure it out. That's what we do.
Do you want me
Get
to
to
try and
kill
handle
those
it?
will-o-wisps that lured us into that room. Sorry, I'm just
Well,
thinking
I'm
back
not
to all these lights.
Going to jump into this room, am I? Clearly dangerous. That's why I am throwing rocks instead.
Yeah, of note, those will-o-wisps, nowhere to be seen.
Okay.
What did I miss?
Yeah, hey everyone, I guess only Tirgith and I would have known this, but I just remembered because of these lights that there were some dancing lights that led us here. That's why Tirgith and I came to this room. Was we were following these lights that captivated us and led us here, so keep an eye out. I don't know if that was a spell or if it was something.
Hmm.
Does anyone else have rope?
Oh, I've got rope.
Lots of rope. How much do you need?
Well, I have 50. I think it's about 100 feet down, so another 50 would be enough.
Does that math check out?
Definitely have 50 feet.
Okay. You tie the ropes together and climb down?
That's the plan.
Alright. Who's climbing down? Why don't I mark this so I don't forget?
I should come down, whoever it is, because I can cast fly and get us out of here if we need to.
Okay.
That
Lumiere
sounds like an
is
excellent
sort of
idea.
hanging back a little bit, just like is visibly distressed at the existence of this space.
Go on, Lemire.
Sure, let's go down.
He said, I'd rather not. I don't like
Fine,
it.
it's
you want
fine. I'll check it out. I'll let you know if it's safe.
Alright, so
Would you like
Sister
someone
Hope-
to stay up here with you?
Sister
Oh,
Hope
I'm
and-
saying I'm not going down.
So Sister Hope and Efferil, you're both going down. Sorry, Sister Hope and Efferil, you're going down.
I'm jumping
Yes.
down too.
You're jumping down.
Going down.
Oh, okay. just checking. You were gonna take if it's 100 feet, you were gonna take 10d6 bludgeoning damage. So just had to be sure.
Enten has a
I
lot of
can
health.
survive that.
Yeah, Enten has a lot of health.
No,
I can survive that.
Enten
I
has
only
an-
have 80.
Enten has an unusual amount of health.
Yes,
for a
but it's
wizard.
still not a lot.
Um,
I can survive it, but... Oh.
Although Lumiere is going to send Bud down with you, so Bud's going to sit on one of your shoulders. Bud is Lumiere's familiar. He's a little mushroom cat.
Aw.
That would have been
Adorable.
41 points of damage. That's not worth it.
Stand, bud. We have no choice but to stand.
You
Yes.
have no choice.
All right. So you guys climb down to the about to the 10-foot line. Efferil, nothing happens for you. You don't notice a thing. The other three, I'm including Bud in this. As soon as you cross the 10-foot line from where the floor is, you just go blind. All light is extinguished for you.
Oh, right. This is the thing you're specifically talking about.
And
I
you,
don't-
with Devil's Sight, are not affected by this. So you don't notice. You don't even notice it.
Devil's Sight, I'm going to screw the DM's really atmospheric plans over.
Have you
Ability.
considered just getting a robot eye?
I would have. I literally wanted to get the robot eye, but the DM wouldn't let me because I'm already a robot.
The,
I wanted to take the robot eye.
The Sogren Eye does have to interface with an organic being, and unfortunately, you are not an organic being. So
Yeah.
You can't see anything too, right?
Lumiere calls down, and he says, "Why is he blind?" Oh wait, no, actually, I think he has blind sight, but he knows that he can't see. So he's like, "So are you guys blind?"
I'm quite
blind.
blind, yeah.
You
good.
guys are blind? Oh.
We get it. You sold your soul to get impossibly good vision.
And now he's
It's
mad
not
at
my-
you about it.
It's not my fault. My hindsight is now 2020.
Well,
I'm not apologizing for that joke.
As you shouldn't. This is good.
You guys go back. I will continue exploring if you want by myself in this dark room that no one can see me in.
What was the material of the walls here?
So if you go down, you feel it, and your hand comes off covered in like this almost like a soot type material. The wall feels like it's made of like a stone or a clay or something, but the treatment or the paint that's on it is like a dark, like black soot or ink or something. But it's dry, it's not wet.
Okay.
Well,
Then I want to
Onward.
just yeet a firebolt at one of the walls.
Jesus.
Just to see, is it magical darkness?
Okay.
You will never
no,
learn
it is.
from how poorly this has gone every time.
Hey, I said firebolt, not fireball.
You lob a firebolt at the wall, and ooh, that's gonna be a lot of dice. No, I'm kidding. Nothing happens. It does. So the
You
light
should
from,
punish that behavior.
I mean, I was really
Why? It's
considering.
calculated.
I was really considering making it flammable, but that would just be punishing good game sense, honestly.
Absurd.
The light from the firebolt, you see it as it streaks outward toward the wall. So it is magical darkness, but it does suppress the light generated by the firebolt, so you can see the firebolt and nothing else. And then you see it impact, you assume, the wall.
Well, this sure is magical darkness. Do you want to head ahead of Efferil and tell us if... Wait, you can't unsee everything.
So Bud is now hanging out on Efferil's shoulder, and Lemire calls down saying, he can't see anything, but he can feel, so if you find something, just give him a tap and whisper in his ears, auditory orifices, and I'll be able to hear you.
Understood.
Let me check
I now
the range
explore
of
the
my
creepy
familiar
dark
quick.
room, which I can't get out of because, you know,
Wait, I'll
this
accompany
is
him.
so going to get me killed.
I'll just like grab onto the edge of his robot clothing and follow along.
You are.
Doesn't have any clothing, but
Grab
Hello.
his robot
Fucking
shoulder
nude
then.
now.
I'm supposed to still be wearing a robe and stuff.
Oh, are you? Yeah,
I
okay. I didn't know
thought
how far you'd gone into this whole not wearing clothes thing yet, but okay. So you yep.
I've been
And-
picturing him nude.
I mean, that's what his portrait is.
Yeah.
Not wearing any clothes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I forgot to tell the artist that he was wearing clothes.
So you,
Doesn't really matter.
So
I am actually wearing armor as well because it's armor.
well, it's integrated into you, I think, isn't it?
Yes.
Either way, so Enten, are you hanging out down there, or are you heading back up?
I'm down to go back down with them.
Okay.
Why not? If the
so
paladin's going, I'm going.
So Efferil,
This
you have
is
like
a
this.
terrible idea,
you
but
have, like,
then
this-
me going alone is also a terrible idea.
You have like this chain of people behind you. You have Sister Hope on your shoulder, and then Enten, you're doing that thing that children do, and you're like off Sister Hope's, like the edge of her tabard or something.
I have my shield out, which I assume is not generating light in the magical darkness, but it's out.
You can see the shield, but it doesn't cast
Okay.
light on anything.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
you're able to perceive the magical light that it creates, but it doesn't actually cast light onto anything, so you can't use it to navigate. Okay. So you walk just straight forward.
Well, I mean, is there anything of interest to see down there, or does it
Make a
like
perception check.
what do I see?
Remind me of the range of your Devil Sight as well. I think it's 120. I'll look it up. That's fine. Go ahead and make a
I think it's
perception
120 just because it came up
120.
last time.
It's
Yeah.
120.
120? Okay.
You want perception?
Yes, please.
21.
21. It is flat and featureless in as far as you can see. You can look. Actually, the ceiling will be just out of your perceptive range, but you can look to the left and right, and the walls are 120 feet, almost precisely from where you're standing, in either direction.
What happens if I light my lantern revealing again?
It casts out. It shows you that ripple.
Can anyone else see via the light of the lantern revealing?
They can. They don't see any features of the landscape, but they can see when the lantern hits the ripple, and they can see when the light of the lantern hits the ground. They can't see the ground, but they can see where the light of the lantern revealing terminates, and they can assume that's the ground.
So we get to see the termination points of the lantern's light. And
Pretty much. It's like
guess what that means.
if you've ever made the stupid mistake when you were younger of trying to navigate with using someone else's headlights by following them, it's like that. But yeah, it takes you a second to sort of process what you're seeing, but then it kind of clicks in your brain and you get it. But you are able to see that like ripple about 20 feet out from where you're standing.
Okay, can I touch the ripple?
Yeah, so you reach out and you touch the ripple. Your hand passes through. It just feels like air. It doesn't feel any different. It feels so your hand passes through and it feels cold. Not like dangerously, like painfully cold, but it's like putting your hand into cold water. But it doesn't have the resistance like water. It's just air.
I walk through.
Okay. You step through.
Here's where we end the session, guys.
So, okay. Well, I'm not going to end the session here just yet. I'm going to end the session after I describe what happens.
Oh,
Dear.
So you step
that's
in,
worse.
and the rest, and the two of you. Number one, as the lantern passes through the barrier, it goes out. It is snuffed. Not from your perspective, Efferil, but from the perspective of the other two. And once you've stepped fully through, your rear foot comes forward and passes through the barricade. The other two, Hope and... So actually, Hope, you can feel this. Efferil stops moving entirely. And Lumiere calls down, "What's going on? I lost Bud." And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Oh,
We'll pick up here.
is it time for my character to die from running headstrong into darkness?
Oh
No.
boy. Unless it's me. It could always be me.
Yeah, I'll kill you.
You just
off
got
the moment
here.
You arrive.
Yes.
So, we are running. I'll be running a Friday session that's on the upcoming 29th. So not this Friday, but the following Friday. Asterisk, work might be crazy, so we'll find out about that. I will be running a Monday session on November 1st. That's our next Monday session at 6. The Friday session on the 29th will be running at 7 Eastern Time. As always, thank you guys so much for coming and watching, and thank you guys, 5 of you, for coming and playing. Have a good night. And that's that.